This is a live presentation of the Ticats Audio Network. Are you ready? Ticats football is on the air.
Touchdown, Tiger Cats! Caught it! It's a touchdown!
Number 17, Luke Tasker, what a catch!
Now the voice of the Tiger Cats. Here is RJ Broadhead with analyst Luke Tasker.
Great to have you on the Ticats Audio Network tonight. It is always exciting when the Tiger Cats play the Argonauts. I'm fired up for this one. How about you, Luke?
What a great atmosphere in Tim Hortons Field. It's packed. The sun's still shining. This is going to be a great football game, RJ.
Not only a great football game on the field, but we're celebrating Canadian Air Force, and there'll be two flyovers today by a CH-147F Chinook. Let's see if we can check in with the captain now.
Hey football fans, this is Captain Scott Plantz from 450 Squadron in Petawawa. I'll be flying overhead in the mighty Chinook. Thank you for your support to the Canadian Armed Forces and our families. This fly past is dedicated to my fallen brothers in arms, Captain Mark LaRouche and Captain Dave Dalagala. By air to battle, go Ticats.
Captain Blantz, we thank you. So that'll be exciting with the Chinook flying over a couple of times. It will be pregame, so it won't interfere with the game because all the action's going to be on the field. And how about this? The two hottest teams in the CFL are going at it tonight. Argos won 4 in a row. Ticats, nobody as hot as them in second place with back-to-back victories, but this is the test. They have to be able to beat the Argos if they want to prove they're a contender.
They do, and we got the best seats in the house for this thing. Flyovers get me so excited, RJ. I absolutely love this, and the Chinook flying over tonight. You're right. Two of the best teams going at it. The Ticats defensively have a plate full of work to do tonight with Chad Kelly and an offense that's clicking and firing on all cylinders. Excited to watch that matchup. And, of course, we've got the Ticats offense with the young Taylor Powell taking over.
Yes.
It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, we'll see what the rookie quarterback in his first CFL start can do. Argos have scored the most points. Ticats have allowed the most points, but this defense has come off a couple of great games, the Tiger Cats defense, and they're hoping to build on that and come up with a huge performance. It's the second meeting of the regular season between these two teams. They'll meet 4 times in the regular season. Argos won the first one. Ticats really believe that they hurt themselves in that game. It wasn't so much the Argos winning as the Ticats making mistakes. We'll have the kickoff coming up on the Ticats Audio Network. Well, maybe you can hear it. Chinook CH-147F, flown by Captain Scott Blantz. We just heard from him and just did a flyover. It's a sold-out crowd at Tim Hortons Field. Couldn't be a better night, just gorgeous. 26 degrees, feels like 29, and the sun is just starting to set.
He flew almost right through the stadium. That was awesome. What a great flyover. Yeah, right there.
He's doing a turn.
Spinning around, yeah, cool.
He's doing a turn over that east side of the stadium, and he's going to do another flyover. Tiger Cats in their black tops, gold pants. The Argonauts will be wearing their light blue pants, white tops. This is the test. It is the team to beat, the Toronto Argonauts. They've won 4 straight. Coin toss at midfield. The two teams are meeting there. The referee tonight is Ben Major. So let's have a listen in to the opening coin toss.
Today. This is the coin we're going to use. The Ticat logo is tails. The league logo is heads. Toronto. Heads is the call. Rob, who has to be on this, please? Heads is the call. It is the heads. You want to receive now? Where do you want to kick from? As you are. All right, guys. Have a good game.
Argos will receive. Fraser Sopik, Bailey Feltmate, Gordon White, Brandon Revenberg, all there for the Tiger Cats. A lot of Canadian content. And, of course, Simone Lawrence, the future Hall of Famer, and the Ticats all-time leading tackler there as well. Argos will get the football, Luke, and they have the best offense in the CFL. So it'll be a test early on for this Tiger Cats defense, and all indications during the week Talking to many of the players on defense, they are ready to accept this challenge and come up with a big game.
In our pregame content Ticats this week, RJ, one of the things that I mentioned is the first quarter, and I'm going to double down on it. You just can't let this Toronto team get up substantially on you early on. You've got to stay involved in the game right now from this opening kickoff. You got to put them back behind their 40, try to get them inside their own 30 and make Chad Kelly run the field here. And then when you get your chances, you got to put points on the board early. The Ticats have had some slow starts, and this team's not going to let that go unpunished. We'll see how they can start this with the defensive drive here.
And to add a little statistics to back you up there, Luke, in quarter one, Tiger Cats have scored just 13 points. Their opponents, 39 points. And Tiger Cats have won the opening quarter just once. That was against Ottawa at Tim Hortons Field in their last game at home. And it wasn't a big win in that opening quarter. They led 3-0. So getting off to a good start. And talking with Jameer Thurman this week, he felt that a lot of the 110 yards rushing that the Argos had in that first meeting was because they were ahead. Hopefully you listening on the Ticats audio network could feel that vibration as the CH-147F Chinook went over the field one more time just before kickoff.
Cool. Here we go.
Tiger Cats, winners of 2 in a row, trying to give the Argos their first loss of the season. Mark Leggio, a short opening kickoff. It is grabbed immediately by Darius Pickett, who's the leading tackler for the Argos, but he has the return. It was a short kick, so he's able to get it across the 40. Looks like they'll spot it at the 44-yard line of the Argos.
Yeah, not sure if that was a purposeful move, but Mark Leggio kind of hung it up in the sky there, right? Argos have the best drive start average of all CFL teams at their own 42. This one happens to be on their 44, so not a very long field for Chad Kelly's for opening drive.
Chad Kelly, 71% passing completion. And he's got 4 receivers to his right. They keep it on the ground immediately, and this defense is hungry. Simone Lawrence comes in late. Casey Sales was there immediately. Andrew Harris was the Argo who got the handoff, and he lost yards.
Boy, that was a swarm, a mob of yellow and black right at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Harris nowhere to go and ended up getting pushed way back. What a great defensive play.
So it is 2nd and 11 now, and it's loud, this sold-out crowd at Tim Hortons Field. They want to stop. Chad Kelly back to pass. Pressure's coming. He's hit, but he's throwing deep as a receiver.
Wow.
And I think he made the catch. That is a remarkable catch. Dejon Brissett. He was spun around, and he made that catch. That is remarkable.
Unbelievable. Kenneth George Jr., the field corner for the Ticats, was in coverage, and they're lining up quick to keep this going after a huge gain.
That is an unreal catch by Brissett. 50 yards. The Argos able to move it downfield. Chad Kelly was about to be sacked. He got the ball away, threw it deep. Brissett with a great play, great catch, and now another completion for Chad Kelly. That's to Davaris Daniels, and that's about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, just a little Oscar route there to the left, a 5-yard speed out for an 8-yard gain there on first, 7-yard gain, on first down. Chad Kelly, man.
Jameer Thurman talked about the 2nd and longs against the Argos last time. They get burned here. A.J. Ouellette cutting to the outside, breaks one tackle, gets down to the 5, lowers his shoulder, and Tunde Adeleke, who's back from injury, playing the field half, was able to make the tackle, keep Ouellette out of the end zone, but he gets down to the 4. That's enough for a first down, and Argos first and goal from the Ticats 4. Chad Kelly hands it off to Ouellette again, and he keeps the feet moving. Tiger Cats try to put up a wall. He'll get a couple of yards, but he won't get into the end zone. Stavros Katsantonis in on that tackle.
Got to be impressed with the Argos' pace on this drive, especially after that huge pass downfield. They've sprinted, that whole offense, the offensive line, everybody sprinted down the field to get lined up very quickly and snap the ball, and since then they've kept a good pace going. Now they're in a huddle here.
That is a great tackle by Katsantonis. The safety stood his ground. A.J. Olette had a head of steam. Chad Kelly under center. He had 3 touchdowns against the Ticats last time. And he dives ahead. No indication from the officials yet, and a couple of flags come flying.
Yeah, it looked to me like 2 separate flags. One pre-snap and one as they battled at the line of scrimmage to try to move this into the end zone.
So no touchdown indication. Here's Ben Major, the referee.
The major foul, unnecessary roughness. Hamilton, number 6. It's going to be first down for Toronto on the 1-yard line.
Okay. Well, they made the stop, it looks like.
Jameer Thurman.
Chad Kelly leaving the game now.
So Jameer Thurman took that penalty, and now it'll be really tough to stop the Argos. They're going to have 3 cracks at it from the 1-yard line. Cameron Dukes is the short yardage quarterback. He's a rookie for the Argos. We saw him a lot in the preseason.
A 10-yard misconduct penalty against Hamilton, number 21. It's still first down for Toronto.
So I think separate, right? And I think that was Simone maybe with a hand too high up in the face mask of Chad Kelly as he was pushing towards that line of scrimmage. It's hard to see in that sort of rugby scrum looking play.
Well, the Tiger Cats defense has their work cut out for them. They're in their end zone. Hands on the goal line. Everybody lined up. Cameron Dukes trying to get in. And there it is. It is a touchdown. So the backup quarterback for the Argos, the rookie, gets into the end zone, and the Argos are successful on their opening drive.
Well, it boils down to that unbelievable second down throw by Chad Kelly way back, well, back behind the center line, but they had a long way to go to move the sticks. Man, that kind of explosive play. Chad Kelly's 50% of completions when he's throwing beyond 20 yards. That's a pretty high number of makes for what's a low probability throw. And that was just an unbelievable connection there on a play that really could have been an incomplete pass.
Dejon Brissett deserves a lot of credit too. Made a terrific catch, but Kelly got it in a spot where Brissett was going to be the only one able to catch it. That led to a touchdown. So the Tiger Cats are in a hole, and rookie quarterback Taylor Powell will get his first crack in his first CFL start as Boris Beatty steps up and is successful on the convert. So the Argos, on their first possession, they get a touchdown and they lead the Tiger Cats 7-0 very early here at Tim Hortons Field. We'll be right back with Taylor Powell and the Tiger Cats offense on the Ticats Audio Network. Welcome back to Tim Hortons Field. Sold out. Beautiful evening. Argonauts 4-0 this season. Only undefeated team left in the CFL, and they come out in their opening possession and make a statement. They score a touchdown and lead 7-0. Tiger Cats have Lawrence Woods and Tyreek McAllister back to return this kick. And it's going to be Lawrence Woods who takes it at his own 10, runs to his right, and he's still on his feet trying to battle for a few extra yards. He'll get to the 25, might have squeezed another yard or two out after that. But here's number 0. Taylor Powell, the rookie quarterback, got a lot of action in the preseason. That now is valuable action, and came in last game after Matt Schultz got hurt. And his very first pass was a touchdown to Tim White. First quarterback in the CFL to throw a pass, his first CFL pass for a touchdown since Cody Fajardo in 2016. Let's see what Taylor Powell can do. He's got James Butler to his right. Butler coming off a big game. It's play action. He throws, completes it to Duke Williams, and it is a first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Duke didn't have a catch last week. He's got a big one already.
How about that? Get him involved right away. I love that. It was a great read, too. Wide receiver screen set up to the left, and the Argos are all covered down. They've smothered it right pre-snap. And it's Duke Williams with halfback Robertson Daniel over top, and there's a nice little bubble. Take what you can get, nice and easy.
So the Tiger Cats up to their own 37 now. Taylor Powell, this time he'll hand off to James Butler. Starts to his left, cuts immediately to his right, but you knew the Argos were going to be looking for number 9 and trying to stop him, and Butler didn't get much. Looks like it will be no gain.
Well, you're going to keep giving Butler carries throughout the whole night. He's already established himself as a very important piece of this offense. Let's see what they can do with the 2nd and 10.
Taylor Powell, 3 receivers to his left. This ball is right between the hash marks on the 37-yard line. Powell back to pass, takes a look, he's patient, now he's going to run. On the move, and he completes the pass. It's a low pass. Duke Williams went down and got it, and the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. Impressive play by Taylor Powell.
I wish we could take 2 minutes to talk about that play. There was so many things that were really encouraging about Taylor Powell and about this offense, but Duke Williams with 2 catches and Taylor Powell very timely getting out of the pocket and keeping his eyes downfield.
15 yards on that play, and that's the key, Luke. He was running and didn't commit to the run. He was still looking for someone open, and he spotted Duke Williams.
That's right.
Ball up to the Hamilton 52-yard line now. A couple of first downs in this first start for Taylor Powell. Stays in the pocket again, and he'll check it down to James Butler, who's sprinting down the near sideline. He'll be very close to another first down after getting into Argo territory.
Kept his eyes downfield for a split second, nothing there, and he checked down on a bubble to his left to James Butler, who did a great job of getting positive yards there. That was an 8-yard gain on the check down. Really well done.
So 2nd and 2 from the Argos 50. Taylor Powell not looking like it's his first CFL start. Very patient. James Butler gets the handoff, and the Argos have done their homework. This will be a loss of a couple of yards. Butler could not get anything going. Argos were on him immediately. It looks like the tackle made by Jonathan Jones.
Yeah, from his Mike linebacker position, middle linebacker, the box was kind of loaded up there. You're right. You know, that Argo defense knows they're going to have to stop James Butler, 15, 20 times tonight throughout the course of this game, and that was a good defensive stop there on that 2nd down for a loss.
Especially with a rookie quarterback, James Butler. He was the leading running back in the CFL last week, rushed for 127 yards, so no doubt whoever was at quarterback for the Tiger Cats, he'd get a heavy load, but with a rookie, the Argos would play the odds, and they were very good against the run. Negative yardage on that opening possession for the Tiger Cats, so it remains a 7-0 lead for Toronto about halfway through the opening quarter. Bailey Flint, a spiraling punt right down the middle of the field. Javon Leake takes it at his own 10. He gets across the 20. There's a flag. It looked like the Tiger Cats were a little too close. So likely a no yards on the Tiger Cats. Argos offense coming on the field, fresh off scoring a touchdown. It is 7-0 Argos with 7:23 to go in the opening quarter. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. It's great to hear. We're celebrating the Canadian Armed Forces, and on the big screen here at Tim Hortons Field, they just had a tribute and a standing ovation from this sold-out crowd. Fantastic stuff. The defense. They came out, you said it, Luke, they were aggressive, but the Argos still managed to score a touchdown on that opening drive. Let's see if the defense can get going here. A pass to the right, it is complete to Davaris Daniels, and Richard Leonard, Chris Edwards are there immediately. Never did bring him down, and he'll be very close to a first down. Looks like, well, no, there's going to spot it about 5 yards short.
And that's Chris Edwards there. Did you see that, RJ? As Davaris Daniel was tangled up in the tackle, Chris Edwards had one thing in mind, was to try to get the ball out of his hands before the whistle blows, and I hope that we see some more of that ball hawking from this defense.
Chris Edwards was pretty aggressive in that first game against the Argos. Expect nothing less than that. Here's a delayed pitch to A.J. Olette. Jameer Thurman's able to make the tackle one-on-one, but that forward momentum of Olette is enough to get a first down, just barely.
So the right tackle, Dejon Allen, goes out into the open field to block Javian Elliott, who does an unbelievable job. You've got a huge physical mismatch there.
Yeah.
That's a human being who's twice your size, literally trying to block you, and Javian Elliott secures the edge and forces that cutback. Really great job in open space by that defensive halfback.
Argos did manage the first down. They're up to their own 38, near hash mark. Chad Kelly gets the snap, throws to his right immediately, and it is reception. It's caught by Curly Gittins Jr. And it's only going to be a gain of about 3.
Well, that was, again, Javian Elliott in open space breaking a tackle, or defeating a block to make that tackle. Now they got Chad Kelly again in a challenging second down position. We'll see if they can make the stop this time.
It was a big focus for the Tiger Cats. Stop the 2nd and long. 2nd and 7 from the Argos 41. It's loud at Tim Hortons Field. Chad Kelly drops back to pass. Now he's going to run. He's got nowhere to go. He was tripped up and then finally brought down by Jameer Thurman.
Wow. They had a 3-up look there. Jameer Thurman is back at his linebacker position, but a really unique blitz. What a great thing to see this defense coming up with a sack right there. They really struggled earlier in the season. That was a very timely defensive play and a great drive following up the Argonaut touchdown.
I thought Jameer Thurman had 3 sacks. They've got him listed as 2 sacks, so they might have taken one away. So let's say officially that's his 3rd sack of the season. It was a big hit. It was brought to you by my insurance broker. Haggerty's punt is a high one. Caught at the 25 by Tyreek McAllister, coming into this game with the 2nd best punt return average. And he will get up past the 35. Looks like they'll spot it around the 37-yard line. 4:26 to go in the opening quarter. The Argos lead 7-0. Taylor Powell on the offense coming back on the field. This is the Ticats Audio Network. 4:26 to go opening quarter. Taylor Powell and the Tiger Cats offense. They were able to get a couple of first downs in that opening drive, and now those nerves likely settled for the rookie quarterback in his first CFL start. How about the start for the 2 quarterbacks? Chad Kelly, Taylor Powell combined their 7 for 7 for 101 yards. Taylor Powell, he's going to pass on first down. It's a low pass to James Butler right at his shoe tops, and he couldn't make the catch. It's incomplete, so there's the first quarterback incompletion of the game.
Yeah, a little option route formation to the left, but I agree with Powell that maybe there wasn't too much to be found over there, and tries to get all the way back to the right to James Butler, but that's tough. To a running back, a late check down, you got to get that it has to be a very accurate pass.
Taylor Powell's parents are here at Tim Hortons Field. He was at the Carolina Panthers camp, and he got to Tiger Cats training camp about 9 days before that first preseason game, and now he's starting. He goes to Duke Williams again, and now Duke trying to get enough for the first down. He made the catch, and then he had to get the yak, didn't get enough for the first down. And that'll be a 2-and-out for the Tiger Cats offense, and Bailey Flint comes on for his 2nd punt of the game.
Well, Duke's involved tonight, and that, of course, didn't keep the drive alive, but every yard matters. You've got to try to continue winning this field position battle as the night goes on, and we'll see if we can have a balanced wide receiver input from the game from this Hamilton offense.
Duke Williams vowed he'd get his hands on the ball in this one. He has a lot early. We want to see a lot of Tim White, too. He comes in 5th in the league in receiving. Flint, his punt up into the night sky in Hamilton. Javon Leake catches it at the numbers on the far side, and he runs all the way to this side, trying to get around to the outside. Tracking him down, Gordon White. That slowed him up, and then Bailey Flint was the tackler for the Tiger Cats. Nice tackle by the Tiger Cats punter. The punt was 49 yards, return 28. In fact, a lot more than that, because Leake had to run the width of the field. Argos will start this drive from their own 46. 2:52 to go. It's 7-0 Argos. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Argos lead the Ticats late in the opening quarter, 7-0. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. Tiger Cats have won 2 in a row. Argos, the only undefeated team left in the CFL. They get to 5 wins in that East Division. Then you've got the other 3 teams at 2 wins. Argos statistically dominant so far this season. Nobody has been able to stop them. Nobody's been able to figure them out, and they scored on their opening drive. We'll see what the Tiger Cats defense can do here. Good starting field position for the Argos from their own 46. Handoff goes to Andrew Harris, and he'll get across the Argos 50. Gain of about 4.
That combination, A.J. Ouellette Andrew Harris, two really productive backs. Andrew Harris, of course, future Hall of Famer and a household CFL name, but what a combo they have, along with Chad Kelly, who is in the air right now, perfect so far.
Chad Kelly has stepped in despite limited experience. He's been great for the Argos. Here's a 2nd and 6. Argos from their 50. Another completion. Trey Crawford, Kenneth George Jr. threw the hit, but that did not stop DeMonte Coxey from making the catch. He's been the #1 receiver for the Argos, and it's good enough for a first down.
The Ticats show cover 0, then drop some under coverage out to help in those low zones, but still Chad Kelly's able to find a little square in route to his far right side. Trey Crawford is down on the field right now. The Ticat staff is out there taking a look. He was involved in the tackle there, kind of an awkward contact. But Chad Kelly, recognizes that the Ticats soften out of what was going to be a full blitz and finds that low route, the in-breaking low route for the first down.
Trey Crawford getting looked at. No Jagera Davis for the Tiger Cats in this game. He was put on the 1-game injured list. Trey Crawford looks to be okay. He's getting off under his own power, jogging ahead of the Ticats training staff. Might have been winded after that big hit. Wasn't a lot of movement from Coxey or Kenneth George, who was on the other side, as Coxey got sandwiched between the two Ticats. But he got the first down. Argos are across midfield on the Hamilton 52. Hand off to A.J. Ouellette, and it looked like he looked for the heart of that defense for the Tiger Cats and ran right into it, but the Tiger Cats were able to stop him right on that Ticat logo at their own 50.
Stavros Katsantonis hasn't been, in the mix of a big breakup or anything, but his jersey just flashes across the field. You just notice him all the time because he's moving with such urgency, and it never hesitates to be the extra man in as the play starts to fall apart. Last week he benefited from that effort, picking up an easy interception.
Such a smart football player. Minute to go in the opening quarter. It's a 2nd and 8, a completed pass along that far side, and Coxey battling, but Richard Leonard not letting him go. It was a one-on-one over there, and Leonard won the battle.
Yeah, Coxey's all up in his face. That's nonsense. Richard Leonard in the open field, he's got to be a full 12 inches shorter than Coxey, and he just made the most impressive open field tackle. So savvy. He knew exactly where the first down marker was, and he was not going to let that receiver get there. That was great tackle.
Took a forearm shiver to the face. Marcus Stroman when he was with the Toronto Argonauts. Height doesn't measure heart.
There you go.
That's what he'd always say.
True of Richard Leonard.
Absolutely. This is a very short punt. The Argos, no flags. Looks like they stayed far enough away, and Tyreek McAllister didn't have a lot of room to work. Good coverage by the Argos. McAllister will be just short of the 25. Looks like they'll spot him at the 24-yard line of the Tiger Cats to begin this drive. Just 6 seconds to go in the opening quarter. The Argonauts scored on the first possession of the game. That's the only scoring that has happened in this opening quarter. It's 7-0 for Toronto. Trying to extend their winning streak to 5 games and remain undefeated. The rookie quarterback of the Tiger Cats trying to make something happen. Beginning this drive from his own 24, Taylor Powell takes the handoff, throws to his right, and it is Jamal Peters. He has been very good against the Tiger Cats. There was nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards. That's it for the opening quarter. The Argonauts lead the Tiger Cats 7-0. Second quarter from Tim Hortons Field is coming up. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Second quarter at Tim Hortons Field. The field is all in shadows now. Lights are on at Tim Hortons Field. The first quarter goes to the Argos. Tiger Cats have still won the opening quarter just one time this season. Second quarter, they've only won one time as well, the Tiger Cats, but that was last game against Edmonton, and they'll try to build on it, but a tough start here. It's a 2nd and 15 from their own 19 to begin the second quarter. Argos lead 7-0. Taylor Powell, he's 5 for 6 36 yards passing. He has to sling this one sidearm, completes it to Keandre Smith, but he needed 15 yards. Got about half of that, maybe. Won't be enough for a first down, and for the third straight time, the Tiger Cats are forced to punt.
Yeah, and you know, Taylor Powell's not been disappointing at all. I mean, he's connecting, he's throwing completions. It just they haven't been able to take any big chunks downfield yet.
Flint, a nice punt, a high spiral. That'll send Leak back to his own 30. And immediately sprints outside the numbers on the near side, but it's a good tackle.
Yeah, Bailey Felt made in our tackle, and it was good. Open field, and he lowered his shoulder and stopped momentum immediately. I will say, the Argos, though, man, their drive start average has been much better than what the Ticats have had throughout this first quarter and into the second. They're up just right about at their 40, like they've been for most of their starts here in this game. But the Ticat defense is playing great. You've got one huge throw downfield to start the game, and since then, they've really done a good job.
That's true. That kept that opening drive alive. 50-yard completion, Chad Kelly to Dejon Brissett. Argos start from their own 39. Play action to A.J. Ouellette. Pass goes to David Ungerer, the former Tiger Cat, coming off a big game. Loses his helmet, but not before he got the first down. And David Ungerer was always a hard worker for the Tiger Cats. It's nice to see him having some success now in Toronto.
He was a rookie in the locker room that I was a part of, and good young player, hard worker, and really earning his place here in this Argonaut offense.
So another 1st and 10 here for the Argos. Again, play action to Ouellette. Again, an open receiver. Again, a first down. Curly Gittins Jr. across the Ticats 45. Looks like he was brought down at the 43-yard line.
Well, 2 plays in a row there. Chad Kelly finds a low player in the low zone to his right side. They're going quick here.
Here's the snap, empty backfield. Kelly throws again, and reaching for it was Tavares Daniels. It hit his left hand, but he couldn't haul it in one-handed, and that is an incompletion, the first incompletion that Chad Kelly's thrown in this game.
Right, bordering on field goal range here. They are into the wind. The Argonauts are into their wind, going towards the lake, away from the mountain here on their 43. This will be a big stop for the Hamilton defense.
We saw that opening kickoff by Mark Leggio seem to get hung up in the wind, so let's see. Argos will probably want more, but Tiger Cats need to stop him on the 2nd and 10, and it's A.J. Ouellette. He's got the first down and more. He'll be across the 30, and a late flag comes out.
Yeah, this flag is going to be against Coxie, I think, who really late shove on Kenneth George Jr. blocking downfield.
After the play, we have a 15-yard misconduct foul against Toronto number 86. We'll go back 15 yards from the end of the play. It's going to be first down for Toronto.
So earn their first down, but they lose all that yardage. That was a great little running back screen set up there, and the Ticats had the blitz on, sort of the perfect scenario for a screen. Well done by that Argonaut offense, but all for naught.
Well, it really changes things. It is a first down for the Argos, but they were well within field goal range. Now it changes things. They're all the way back to the Ticats 45. Chad Kelly gets away from that rush of the Tiger Cats, runs straight ahead, throws on the run, completes the pass to Gittins Jr., and the Argos are right back to where they were before the penalty, down on the Hamilton 26.
It is a good job. Chad Kelly steps up in the pocket as he loses space and keeps his eyes downfield. Really athletic catch by Curly Gittins Jr.
Argos don't seem fazed by any situation. 2nd and longs, they've been successful. Kelly stays in the pocket. Now he has to move, runs again, completes the pass again. It's Gittins open, and he gets across the 10. Chris Edwards caught him from behind. I don't think Gittins knew Edwards was there. He tried to knock that ball loose, but credit Gittins.
Hamilton number 44. That penalty's declined. Result of the play, the first down for Toronto.
Well, we see Duke Williams with some back-to-back catches, and so you get hot and you stay hot, and there's Curly Gittins Jr. and Chad Kelly with back-to-back throws for more than 10 yards each. And it is a multifaceted offense these Argonauts have.
Argos already have 2 receivers with at least 50 receiving yards in the game. Dejon Brissett got that in 1 reception. Curly Gittens is there too. Chad Kelly looking end zone. It's a touchdown. A beautiful pass, and Curly Gittens Jr. finishes it off with the touchdown. He was instrumental on this drive for the Argos, and now it's a 2-touchdown lead for Toronto.
Yeah, make that 3 in a row there for Curly Gittens Jr. and Chad Kelly. You know, that's a really sign of a good offense too. They got a 15-yard setback in the middle of that drive and still overcome their own mistake, eat all that yardage back, and then 3 plays later have another touchdown on the board.
Chad Kelly, very impressive, 12 for 13 in the game, which is just a little over a quarter and a third in. 164 yards passing. He's thrown a touchdown as well. Horace Beatty steps up. Kenneth George was going for the block. He didn't get it. Beatty is successful on the convert, and it is a 14-0 lead for Toronto at Tim Hortons Field. Still 10:42 to go in the half. Tiger Cats will try to mount a comeback when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. Toronto Argonauts have been very good. Chad Kelly leading the offense. 6 receivers. He's completed a pass 2 already, a couple over 50 yards, including Curly Gittens Jr., who just caught the touchdown, and it's 14-0 Argos. Still over 10 minutes to go in the opening half. Kickoff, Tyreek McAllister takes it at his own 11. He's got some blocking up ahead, and he's dangerous when he gets to the open field. He got across the 30 and was immediately stopped there.
Well, this will pull their drive start average up a bit. Prior to that play, their average drive start for the Ticats 29, Argos on their 39. Like, they've just been able to sort of keep it close to that center line and give themselves short fields. Can you string together some first downs here? Take a breath. You don't have to win the game on this drive, but try to keep the ball in your offense's hands here as you move down the field.
Well, first down's a distinct advantage for the Argos. They're 11-2, and those 2 Ticats first downs came on their first drive. We'll take a break. It's 14-0 Argos. This is the Ticats Audio Network.
Hey, Tiger Town, this is Corporal Smith here on Off Lentis in Quebec, fighting the fires. Go, Gas, go!
Well, that has been a difficult job fighting all those forest fires. Keep up the good work. 10:36 to go in the opening half at Tim Hortons Field. The Argos lead the Tiger Cats 14-0. I'm RJ Broadhead along with Luke Tasker. The first half in these 2 games head-to-head have been a big advantage for the Argos. They've outscored the Ticats 36-6. And there's still a lot of time to go in this first half at Tim Hortons Field. That could be good for the Tiger Cats. They're down a couple of touchdowns. Taylor Powell calls for the snap. Handoff goes to James Butler. He tries to spin and get a couple of extra yards, and he'll only get a couple. So the Argos have really done their homework on the running game of the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, not much success tonight for James Butler yet, but he is a guy, you got to love his attitude and the energy he has in his interviews when he's on the field, and he's going to keep on working at it. He'll get his chance here tonight, and he's going to have to get some production for this offense.
That's his 3rd carry. He's at -1 yards, and he gained a couple there. A high snap. Taylor Powell knocks it down. He throws. Oh, it's picked up. It was tipped and then tipped again, and it is Jamal Peters. He has been a pick-6 king in the last 2 seasons against the Tiger Cats. He intercepted it. He goes for the touchdown. He gets the pick-6 for the score. There is a flag on the field.
I think this may be an illegal block on the Argo defense after the interception, an illegal block in the back, and one of the officiating crew got tangled up in it, and it was pretty violent. Actually, it was, you know, not on a purpose, but boy, there was a huge collision involving one of the refereeing, one of the officials. I don't know how this is going to get figured out. It's possible this touchdown comes back.
Well, the Tiger Cats can only hope. If it stands, it would be a 3-touchdown lead for the Argonauts.
So the ball got
tipped by Royce Mechie, then tipped by Duke Williams, then bobbled by Jamal Peters, but he finally was able to make the catch.
Yeah,
37 yards for the touchdown.
You know what, RJ? It was not a great decision for Taylor Powell, the direction of this throw and the timing of it, and that's the problem. You're a young quarterback, and the game is lagging. It's stalling for your offense, and so you try to make something happen.
After the interception, illegal block, Toronto, number 48. We'll go back 10 yards. It's going to be first down for tomorrow.
So, you're so good at these penalty calls, Luke. That's exactly it. They'll take that touchdown off the board. It's still an interception for Jamal Peters. And the Argos are still in great shape. They have the ball on the Hamilton 32 after the turnover.
So can you make a stop here, Ticats defense? Because truly that illegal block did not affect the play. You know, so you're really stealing points away from this Argonaut team if you can stop on this drive.
Yeah, so true. 9:27 to go. Chad Kelly steps back. He has only one incompletion in the game. Throws over the middle. And it is incomplete to Curly Gittens Jr. Richard Leonard there again.
Right there. I mean, what? He could not be closer. He'd be inside his jersey if he was any closer to him, but no pass interference. It's just, the technique is just so beautiful.
Richard Leonard's come up with a couple of big plays. He's moved over to the field corner for this game, if you're just tuning in. He's been at the field half. Tunde Adeleke playing there. Stavros Katsantonis remains at safety, but Richard Leonard has solidified that field corner spot. 2nd and 10 for the Argos from the Hamilton 32. Chad Kelly back to pass again. Throws over the middle. It's complete. It's a first down and more. Tavares Daniels has a touchdown. Daniels broke a couple of tackles as he caught it just outside the 10 and ran it the rest of the way into the end zone. And the Argos are having a dominant opening half.
Yeah, instead of the defense getting that touchdown, just pads Chad Kelly's stats a little bit, and that gets credited to the offense. And it's a great throw. Tavares Daniels wrapping Simone Lawrence will linebacker. It's just like classic CFL. I mean, that's how you run a route over top of the under coverage. Chad Kelly, just great timing and great throw.
Boris Beatty for the convert, and he's missed it. So he missed that one to the right. So we'll see if that 1 point plays a factor. For it to play a factor, the Tiger Cats have to get some points. Nothing yet on the Tiger Cats side. It's 20-0 for Toronto with 8:38 to go in the half. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Argos are flexing their muscle at Tim Hortons Field. Sold out crowd, but it has quieted a little bit. There was a flag just as we were going to break. Luke, did you see what that was?
After the play on Hamilton, and this ball's moved up for Boris Beatty.
So the kickoff, Tyreek McAllister gets it at his own 4. Gets up to the 10, the 20, and he'll get up to maybe the 22 or the 23-yard line. Chad Kelly having a heck of an opening half in 2 games against the Tiger Cats this season. 27 completions on 38 passes, 434 yards. He's thrown 2 touchdowns, both of those tonight, and he's run for 3 touchdowns. That was in the previous meeting. He's been good.
As a young quarterback here, you just threw an interception. You just take a breath. You cannot force it. You can't go get 20 points on this drive. You just got to get a first down and make your reads.
Tyreek McAllister behind Taylor Powell to his left with James Butler to his right was Felix Garon-Gauthier. And it's a pass to James Butler, and he breaks this past the 30, the 35 up to the 40, and he's finally brought down. Biggest gain of the game for the Tiger Cats offense. James Butler catches the pass and runs for the first down, 19 yards. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Perfect timing for that running back screen out to the left there. The Argos had a really tight 3-man front, like inside the tackle box, and those Ticat offensive linemen were able to get outside and set up the blocks for James Butler. Really well done.
Tiger Cats up to their own 41-yard line. Taylor Powell fakes the pitch, and he had hands on him. He gets away. Would have been sacked for a big loss. And then he threw it in the vicinity of Tim White. No chance for White to make the catch. It's incomplete, but Taylor Powell did not get a loss on that play, which is a win.
Yes, yes.
Could have been sacked in the backfield. And Darius Pickett, the leading tackler the Argos hasn't missed many. Powell showing how strong he is, but his work's cut out for him here. Trying to get points on the board. It's 20-0 for the Argos. Just over 7 minutes to go in the half. 2nd and 10 from their own 41. Tiger Cats, blacktop school pants. Powell throws. It's a good pass. It finds Duke Williams, and he's up across midfield. It's a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Wow, great throw and patience by Powell there. It kind of almost looked risky, but he had to get rid of the ball or take a sack, and he put it where only Duke could get it.
Duke Williams has been the favorite target of Taylor Powell. That's his 4th reception, 47 yards. Ball right at midfield. Empty backfield for the Tiger Cats. Another completion to Duke Williams. That is the safety net for Taylor Powell, but it is working. 5 yards on that catch.
Nice, that's just taking what you can get for a 5-yard gain. 5 yards on first down is okay. You can win with that.
So 2nd and 5 from the Argos 50 again. Empty backfield for the Tiger Cats. 3 receivers on either side for Taylor Powell. A lot of movement before that ball was snapped, and flags all over the place.
Well, I like that they're...
Procedure, Hamilton, number 62. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be still 2nd down.
I like that they're going with a quick pace here, you know, not just because you're behind, but you've kind of got momentum. A long play from James Butler, Duke Williams, good throws, but you've got to be on the same page. Running a quick offense means you don't get a lot of communication pre-snap, and you can't set yourself back like that.
Tyrone Riley taking that penalty. 2nd game back after injury. 2nd and 10. Completed pass off to the left. It's Richie Sindani. And it's not going to be enough for the first down. 5 yards, and Bailey Flint and the punt team come out again.
Well, Bailey Flint, it's time for you to do your job, and for the first time, try to get this Argonaut offense pinned way back. Get them inside their own 10 here with a great kick.
Bailey Flint, high kick with the win. Javon Leake gets it in his own 10. He's across the 15, goes out of bounds at that far side, just a little short of the 20-yard line. First downs in the game. Toronto has 12, Hamilton just 4, and the Argos lead the football game 20-0. 5:13 to go in the opening half. Chad Kelly and the Argos offense coming back on the field. Kelly, 13 for 15, 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. Argos come out of the huddle. Tiger Cats defense has to come up big. Can't allow the Argos to get any more points, and they're starting this drive from their own 17. Argos have had much better field position than this. Handoff goes to A.J. Olet and goes up the middle, inside run, not a surprise by the rugged running back of the Argos. That looks like he got about 4 or 5.
Yeah, 2nd and maybe 6 here for this Ticat defense, and the way that you start to win back that field position battle is slowly, drive by drive. Can you force the punt here and then put your offense back in a favorable field position to start their next drive? Got to get Chad Kelly off this field.
Argos have been good on 2nd downs. Here's another one. 2nd and 6 from their own 21. Kelly steps up. Hamilton almost had him for a loss. Chris Edwards finally does bring him down. There are flags on the field.
Yeah, holding on Toronto here. Depending on where Chad Kelly gets down, it'll probably be declined, I would think. Unless he was really close to this first down marker, it's hard to tell.
Holding Toronto, number 52. The penalty is declined. It's going to be 3rd down.
Casey Sales was the Tiger Cat who got to Kelly, but he ducked under the tackle. And there was enough blocking from the offensive lineman on Sales that he couldn't get any lower on Kelly, but it's not enough for the Argos, so they will punt.
Yeah, you did your work.
Needed that.
That's right. You did your work. You didn't even need the penalty. That is a very valuable 2 and out.
The Argos punter is John Haggerty. A couple of Australian punters in this game. Just under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. We're getting close to that 3-minute warning. Into the wind. It's a low kick from Haggerty. A good kick. Tyreek McAllister waits for it, gets it at his own 35, gets across the 40, spins, and he's taken down. Tyreek McAllister, we're getting used to some big plays from him. He hasn't had one yet in this game.
I thought pre-snap there, I really thought McAllister was way too far back. They were punting into the wind, and Haggerty has a really low spiraling punt. I mean, it's a different looking kick. But, man, his cover guys were able to get down there. The risk in that is, of course, the returner catching it with too much space. This Toronto cover team is doing a great job of getting down the field.
Not a lot of weaknesses shown by the Argos in this opening half, if any. Taylor Powell fakes the handoff to Tyreek McAllister. Now he'll look that direction. McAllister's open. Maybe this is the big play. Trying to get to the outside. Pickett forces him out of bounds on that far sideline. He'll be a little bit short of the first down, but picked up 8 or 9.
And how different does it look now? They get to start on their 44-yard line. A positive play there. They're easing back into this, but the unfortunate thing is we're nearing the 3-minute warning of the second quarter, and you have a lot of work left to do. But a 2 and out by your defense, positive play there by McAllister, and a 2nd and 2. You love to see it.
Ball on the Tiger Cat 52-yard line, right near midfield. Taylor Powell holds his right hand in the air, now taps his left foot. It's a high snap. Handoff goes to James Butler, only needed a couple of yards, and he'll get across midfield. It's enough for the first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. We are at the 3-minute warning. Tiger Cats, fresh off a first down, they're at midfield or just across, trying to get their first points of the game. 20-0. The Argos lead the Tiger Cats. We're at the 3-minute warning opening half. This is the Ticats Audio Network. 3 minutes to go, opening half. It's been all Argos at Tim Hortons Field, not what the sold-out crowd wanted. 20-0. Toronto leads. Taylor Powell in his first CFL start in this opening half has gone 11 for 14, 94 yards. He has thrown an interception, and the Argos turn that into a touchdown. Taylor Powell, high snap. He spots Tim White. That's White's first catch of the game, the leading receiver of the Tiger Cats, and he'll get across the Argos 50. And a flag was flying. It was Terry Godwin with the catch, not Tim White.
Illegal block. Hamilton, number 57. It's a 10-yard penalty. We're going to replay first down.
Wide receiver screens. It's so... You're asking so many guys to make what is a very hard block. Open space. That's Brandon Revenberg, outrightly one of the most important Ticats to their success. But he's running in open space, and he has to make he gets it a little bit in the back on one of the Argonauts in the open field there. Really hard to do. And now you got a 1st and 20.
Not easy for the Tiger Cats. On their own 46 now. They're pushed back to their side of the field. Powell steps back, looking for someone open, has to go for a short pass again, and Tyreek McAllister couldn't track it down. It was too far ahead for him to make the catch. It's incomplete. And that is now a 2nd and really long. Well, you can really see that was a setup for a screen to McAllister way to the left there. I mean, that's been a huge majority of their plays, has been getting to screens in different ways, and I expect that we're going to see Taylor Powell given an opportunity a little bit more to push the ball down the field.
Sure, guys, there's something else.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the half. Tiger Cats trying to put points on the board, but they've got a big second down here. 2nd and 20 from their own 46. Taylor Powell back to pass, has time, goes short. James Butler makes the catch, gets across midfield, and he's caught by the Argos just short of the Toronto 50, but he needed to get across the 45 to the Argos 44, so it's not enough for the first down, and it will be another punt here for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, kind of a couple net zero drives back and forth there, right? We were just in this exact same position a couple minutes ago with Hamilton, an opportunity to punt the Argos back in their own territory, and we're one volley back and forth, and we're here again. Oh, fake formation.
Bailey Flynn goes with a short punt, and it is
They got it.
Caught by the Tiger Cats. Flags are all over the place. So Bailey Flint kicked this to his left about 10 yards. Tiger Cats come up with it.
Onside players motioned behind Bailey Flint to the left. So whenever that ball is kicked, anybody behind the place where the ball is struck by the foot is an onside player. Executed. Jeff Reinbold is so good at designing these plays. I remember being part of them myself, and the flags are thrown automatically because there's a member of the punting team within the halo of the ball, so they have to review it. But these guys
There's
are on.
no penalty on the previous play because Hamilton, number 39, was onside. It's first down for Hamilton.
What a great play.
Nick Cross.
Oh, man.
Nick Cross, a defensive player, a special teams player, shows pretty good hands there.
Unreal. Bailey Flint stepped up about 8 yards deep, and he pooched that just perfectly up into the air, letting those onside guys get there. I'll tell you what, the Argonauts were not ready for that play.
Well, Tiger Cats had to do it. They didn't have much going on in this opening half. Give it a shot, and it worked. So now they're on the Argos 33. It was a 12-yard punt. Nick Cross made the catch, and Taylor Powell, he salvaged some time, and then he completes the pass to Terry Godwin, and he's inside the 15, the 10 before he gets pushed out of bounds. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
What a play. After that onside punt, the Ticats were well up into Toronto territory, and that was a huge explosive play by Terry Godwin. Man, that was impressive by Taylor Powell. There was a lot of people in the offensive backfield, and he stepped up in traffic and found his guy, Terry Godwin, coming from left to right. Really well done.
Taylor Powell, a little celebration after that. They're going to say Godwin was out of bounds at the 11. First and 10 from the 11. Again, Powell under pressure. He's running to his left, looking, throwing end zone, and it's incomplete. Tim White finally targeted, but he could not make that catch. Powell might add a little extra mustard on that one as he was running. He ripped it.
Yeah, he did. He escaped the pocket going to his left, and there wasn't many bodies over there, but Tim White trying to battle back towards the front pylon, and ball just a bit outside.
So 2nd and 10, the Tiger Cats can still get a first down here without a touchdown. Ball's on the 11, but they need points. 2 minutes to go in the opening half, 20-0, the Argos lead. Taylor Powell steps back, looking end zone, he's got some time, now he has to scramble, running to his right, throws, the ball is caught, no it's not, it looked like Tim White had caught it initially, and then the question would have been, was he in bounds? But the ball came loose, it's incomplete. And the crowd at Tim Hortons Field is booing because the field goal team comes on.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, this would take it to a 17-point game to make this field goal. Maybe Jeff Reinbold has got another fake play here up his sleeve.
So Mark Leggio is looking at a pretty short field goal here from the 19. And he steps up, and no problem for Leggio. He is perfect as a Tiger Cat on field goals. 13 in a row he's hit, and the Tiger Cats are on the board. They needed to get on the board. That's number one, but it's still a big lead for the Argos, 20-3, with lots of time to go in this opening half, minute 47.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, there's just a lot of points to get back. You know, you want to get some, or do you want to risk it and try to get that touchdown. I think Taylor Powell, you maybe had an option to run it on that first down there, that first throw to Tim White. That's an area they've struggled in this year, is that score zone efficiency. Really energizing fake punt though, and you gotta capture that, and this defense needs to do their best to get off the field.
So it was a short punt, just a 12-yarder. Argos offense comes on the field. Chad Kelly, an errant throw. Richard Leonard dove for it. He was the one who had the best shot at it. Curly Gittins was the closest Argo, but Kelly hasn't had too many passes that haven't been right on the money.
I think that might have been one of those, he went to release that and realized he shouldn't and sort of killed it down into the dirt because, yeah, not where that ball should have gone. 2nd and 10 here for the Ticat defense.
Argos on their own 40. Tiger Cats could get this football back. Need to get a stop, though. Kelly back to pass. Pressure's on. He's running, and he is sacked. He's caught. He's tracked down by Chris Edwards.
Chris Edwards, man, he just continues to show up. He's been all over the field tonight. What a timely sack there. That's a big loss, too. It's a 7-yard loss there and a net 7 yards on the drive. Man, really well done. This defense, they were physical right from the start.
Yep.
But that 51-yard pass in the first drive killed it. But I've been impressed with their physicality.
2nd sack of the game for the Tiger Cats. They only had 1 sack in that first meeting against Toronto. The momentum on the Tiger Cats side. Any chance we can extend this half a little bit longer?
Yeah, really.
This punt, not a great one. It bounces. Tyreek McAllister gets it at his own 30, and then he runs straight ahead along the near sideline, and he's forced out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line.
Return while the ball was in the air, holding number 29 against Hamilton. It's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be first down.
Well, penalties in the return game always really damaging, kills your special teams effort, takes the wind, takes the air right out of the offense, looking to march all the way back towards their own goalpost. That went from the 40-yard line back to the 20-yard line. It's a net 20-yard loss, hidden yardage in the penalty. And you also, McAllister, and it's hard, and there's a lot of field out there in the CFL and a long kick, but you got to try to field that ball in the air. You're going to force a no yards penalty. Not a great special teams play there.
Taylor Powell and the offense have their work cut out for them. Move back 20 yards. They'll begin this drive from their own 20. They have the wind with them, so maybe a chance to get more points. James Butler takes the handoff, and now he's starting to figure things out against the Argos after a slow start. That'll be a run of about 8 yards.
Well, the thing I like about Taylor Powell on the last drive, he did not force the football in there. There was nothing for him to do in the end zone on that 1st and 2nd down, and so he waited and waited until he put it into a place where at least only a Ticat could get it. So I want to see more of that ball security, that ball protection, see if he can get some chances to move it down the field here.
Tiger Cats up to their 28. It's a 2nd and 2. We're late in the opening half. Argos have a big lead. James Butler in trouble, big trouble, and he cannot get positive yardage. It's a loss of a couple, and this Argos defense comes up big. Dwayne Hendricks. So 49 seconds to go, and the Argos are getting this football back with a 17-point lead.
I one time had a coach who would run a trick play, and he said, what's the last thing in the world they'll expect after that? Another trick play. Let's see if that's Jeff Reinbold's strategy for his punt team here. I doubt it.
It helped the Tiger Cats get points. It would have been another punt for Bailey Flint. I talked to Bailey this week. He says he can throw pretty well. Let's see what happens. He is standing on his own 10, so maybe not the best spot on the field to give it anything a shot that involves trickery. It's a good punt by Flint.
Great
high spiral. That'll move Javon Leake back inside his own 35, but he's going to run toward this near sideline. Has pretty good blocking, but the Tiger Cats are able to make the tackle. Panay Pavihi, their number 1 global pick in this past draft, in on that tackle. Along with
Carthel Flowers Lloyd, too, and man, he's just all over the place. Really big kick. Good job flipping the field a little bit back to that 40-yard line. The Argos seem to start every drive at their 40-yard line. See if this defense, they really had a really decent second quarter here. There was so much damage done in that first quarter, early drives there, and they've been playing well. Can you get Chad Kelly off the field? 17 seconds left in the half.
Argos have a nice lead. They're going to go for more late. Kelly under pressure. He's able to avoid it. Runs to his left. Throws on the run. Pretty good coverage. It's complete to Cam Phillips. So that's a big gain for the Argos. They're into Hamilton territory.
Huge gain, 21 yards. You got 9 seconds left here. You're probably going to try a field goal if you can get 5 yards on this play.
Chad Kelly back to pass again. They're going to get more than 5. Oh, it's intercepted. It's intercepted. It looked like Tavares Daniels, and what are they saying now? It's incomplete. Looked like Stavros Katsantonis might have had it.
Yeah, it was a really great play. Must have touched the turf.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So
Stavros did a good job selling that.
He did.
Good play by Katsantonis.
3 seconds left. You still got the offense on the field here for the Argonauts. Outside of field goal range right now, I guess.
Ball's on the Hamilton 49, into the wind. Chad Kelly back to pass. Moves to his right a little bit, and he's going to throw deep. Down the near sideline. It's caught. It's caught by Devontae Coxie. There's no time left on the clock. Caught inside the 20.
Well, for no points, and Chad Kelly just got an extra 50 yards passing on that last 17-second drive.
Statistically, it looks good. Well, the Argos, at the end of the half here at Tim Hortons Field, have a 20-3 lead. James Butler was such a factor last game against Edmonton. Rushed for 127 yards in that opening half. 6 carries for 8 yards. Argos, not only offensively very good, defensively, they were excellent.
Yeah, they were. You know, in the first meeting with the Argonauts in Toronto, you could argue, and you've heard it from some of the Ticats, there was a lot of the Ticats kind of hurting themselves, shooting themselves in the foot, you know, penalties, turnovers, and lack of efficiency. I wouldn't totally say that in this game. I think you're looking at a very good Argonaut team. They're operating, they're firing on all cylinders. Chad Kelly is nothing short of excellent right now. I can think of one errant throw that he made, and apart from that, it's honestly an excellent football game. Taylor Powell, yes, you've got the interception. That was a throw that shouldn't have been made. They have no other option. They're down by 17 with not much going on. They have no other option than to let him air it out a little bit. You've got to. Just let your receivers try to go make a play downfield.
Well, the Tiger Cats got some points late in that opening half, but it's still a big hole as they get set for the second half. The Argos lead at halftime, 20-3. Tiger Cats at the half, presented by My Insurance Broker with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz, is next on the Ticats Audio Network.
You're listening to Tiger Cats at the half.
This is the place to be, Tim Hortons Field on a Friday night. QEW rivals going toe-to-toe here at Tim Hortons Field. One half of football is in the books, and it's the Argonauts leading the hometown Hamilton Tiger Cats 20-3. Bubba O'Neill along with Andy Fantuz here for Tiger Cats at the half, presented by My Insurance Broker. Andy, what are you seeing so far?
Well, to me, the difference really comes down to execution. The Toronto receivers have just been making some huge plays downfield on the ball. Chad Kelly looks real sharp. He's able to scramble around in the pocket and make some great throws downfield. And the Ticats on defensively have had some missed tackles that have extended the yardage and extended some drives. Other than that, the scoreboard shows a lot more disparity than what I see with the eye tests on the field. Yeah, the Ticats have had 7 penalties for 50 yards versus 2 for the Toronto Argonauts for only 25 yards. But honestly, it comes down to just that execution when it counts. Making the plays downfield when they're there to be made, and the Ticat receivers in the contested catches have not been able to make them down in the end zone and for some key first downs. So forcing the Ticats to punt, and the Argonauts are ending up with touchdowns.
What are you seeing from the young Powell at this point?
I don't mind what I'm seeing. I think he's spreading the ball around. He's moving in the pocket. He's kind of remind me a little bit of Chad Kelly, if I'm being honest. But we haven't seen as many throws downfield from Taylor Powell. It's mostly the short and intermediate passes. And now with the score being 20-3, there's going to have to be some shots taken downfield and allow some of these receivers to make some plays for him.
Quick little rundown of the score here. First quarter, Dukes with a 1-yard QB sneak. Coming off the 50-yard reception from Kelly to Brissett, an incredible reception. Second quarter, Argos go up 14-0, an 8-yard pass, Kelly to Gittins Jr. And then coming off an interception by Peters, it is a 32-yard touchdown connection, Kelly to Daniel. And then just at the end of the half, the Tiger Cats do get something going. Then they respond as they get inside the score zone, but have to settle for a 19-yard Mark Leggio field goal. 20-3 through 30 minutes of football. Who knows what can happen in the second half? I'm sure there will be plenty of adjustments to come. One of the special things about one of the things that the home games here in Hamilton, and especially for us here on the Ticats Audio Network at halftime, we get to bring in our alumnus of distinction. He played for the Tiger Cats from 2009 to 2011 in some years where I thought the franchise was just kind of reestablishing itself in the community, and they certainly had some success. He wore number 5, and he ran that offense. Kevin Glenn, like, it's awesome to see you right now. I'm looking at you right now, and I feel like I'm still sticking a microphone in front of you, like you just came off the field.
It's great for me to hear that from you, because that means I've been taking care of myself.
Yes.
I've been hearing that all night. You know, a lot of fans have been saying, you know, are you here back to play? You know, and I'm like, no, I'm just here as a fan, you know, and just to be honored. And it's great to be back, man. It's great to see familiar faces. I've built a lot of friendships here. And it's a great place. It's a great place to play and just to come back and visit. I got to make more visits back here, you know, just not to get honored, you know, with the alumnus distinction, but to come back and support the team.
Kevin, the ageless wonder, it's great to see you here. You're here with your beautiful family, your wife Asha, your son Caleb, and daughter Dylan. I just got to quickly run through some stats here because it's really incredible. 18 years in the league, the only player to play for all 9 of the CFL teams. You won the Tom Pate Award for contributions on and off the field in 2011. East All-Star and East MOP in 2007. You were the passing leader in 2007. 502 yards, the last Hamilton quarterback to pass for over 500 yards in 2009. You had over 4,000 completions, over 52, almost 53,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame.
I hear it.
Just
I love
incredible,
it.
man. Just incredible.
And I was just talking to someone earlier today. You don't realize it until you actually finish and you see it. You know, because while you're in the game and while everything is kind of going on, a career, you're so focused, you know, on playing well and having success or trying to have success and building the team camaraderie and winning for the franchise and organization that you don't even get to, like, sometimes even see exactly what's going on or what you're doing. 'Cause I didn't even know I was the last Ticat quarterback to throw for over 500 yards, you know, in the game. So I think I remember that game, too. I think it was against Montreal.
That's right, in Montreal.
In Montreal,
yep.
See? So it's great.
41-38.
Yes, it's great to hear those kind of things, you know. So, like I said, it's great to be back. I mean, I love the fans here in Hamilton. I was talking earlier, too, about, you know, it's never a dull moment. It's never a dull moment here in Hamilton. And these fans have a lot of one-liners, especially, with, like you said, from that QEW rival up the street. They love talking smack against the Argonauts.
Well, we were talking off air about, you know, your memories of Tim Hortons Field. You came here as an opponent, but this is kind of your first time experiencing it from a home perspective and just kind of taking in all the sights. What do you think of the new project here?
I love it, man. It's a great stadium, a great atmosphere too. Just standing out, you know, on the field before the game and actually being able to see all the fans and stuff. It doesn't seem like it's a bad seat in the stadium, you know. So paying a ticket to come see a game here, you can actually feel the game, you know, from the stands. So it's great. I got a chance to visit the Alumni Lounge. Actually, my bobblehead, you know, from I think from 2009 or 10 is in the showcase. So it's awesome when you see those kind of things. Like I said, it's great to be back, seeing a lot of familiar faces, guys that I played with. Even the individuals that are part of the organization, from the accountant, the people in ticket sales. Got a chance to see Bob up top in his suite, and Scott Mitchell, so it's great to be back.
So you got a guy that was under your wing in 2007. You unfortunately went down in the East Final, and Ryan Dinwiddie got his first ever CFL start in that Grey Cup game that year, and now he's doing his thing as a coach, the most winningest coach in Toronto Argonaut history. Smaller sample size than some of those guys, but regardless, he's really, he must have learned a thing or two from you.
I always say that. We still keep in touch. We still talk to this day. So I always kid him and tell him that, the reason why you're having all this success is because we were together in Winnipeg. But it's funny that you say that, because back in Winnipeg when we were there together, we did a lot of game planning and putting the game plans together as an offense, as quarterbacks in the group. Doug Berry at the time, he gave a lot of onus on the quarterbacks at the time. So we would sit after practice, day 3, and put game plans together, as a quarterback group. Kingsbury was in that, Cliff was in there with us, and Zach Taylor. So when you see, everybody in that room actually become coaches, I could see it back in 2007 that, one day, one of us is going to be a coach somewhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, you're all ended up coaching.
We're all ending up coaching.
We're running short on time, unfortunately. The halves are so short here, but I'll tell you, don't be mad at me, but my biggest memory of you, unfortunately, was a game and a loss.
Oh.
That crossover game at the old barn against the BC Lions.
I know it.
You drove that ball late in the fourth quarter down the field, a touchdown pass to Stala, the 2-point conversion to Marquis McDaniel. I remember that was a 30,000-seat facility at the time at Old Ivor Wynn. That place went nuts.
It felt like 100,000 that night. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I want to say that may have been the game that I think I might have hurt my knee. I went out and I came back out, and when I came back out, the fans just went nuts. And I know exactly. I just got to chill through my body when you start talking about that play.
You and Casey Printers back and forth.
Back and forth. That was a really, really
wild
good game.
Wow.
What do the Cats have to do here in the second half?
I think they need to open up on offense. And then get a couple of turnovers on defense. Help the young quarterback out. That's one thing that being in this league for so long that I seen help young quarterbacks is the defense playing well and getting turnovers. Just giving the offense more opportunities. But I think they need to just go ahead and let them go in the second half. Get the ball up in the air, throw a couple 50-50 balls. I know Andy knows a lot about that, and give those receivers from Hamilton, let them have the same opportunity that those receivers from Toronto are having.
Yeah, sure thing.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just fantastic for you to join us. I know the people here in this stadium, they really appreciate the work you put in, not only on the field, but in the community. So glad to see you, number 5. Kevin Glenn, the alumnus of distinction for today on a big rivalry on a Friday night football. Doesn't get any better. Thank you for checking out with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
20-3, folks. We're getting ready for the second half. RJ Broadhead along with Luke Tasker on the call. Let's get ready for it. That's all coming up next. Argos, Ticats. The rivalry continues on the Ticats Audio Network.
Hi there, this is Sailor Second Class Mackenzie Haynes.
Master Sailor Landry from HMCS Star, Hamilton, Ontario.
We just want to say, eat 'em raw, Cats. Let's go!
Yes. Celebrating Canadian Armed Forces, Tiger Cats need a big second half. The Argos scored on their opening possession and lead 20-3. Hasn't been a lot of errors on the Argos side of the football. Tiger Cats have not necessarily played poorly. It's the Argos that have been really good. Tyreek McAllister fakes a reverse to Lawrence Woods, but kept the football, and this is a big run. He's across the 35-30 into Argo territory. A little more trickery from Jeff Reinbold's special teams. Turns out to a big opening kickoff in this second half.
Yeah, and we've talked about McAllister. It's like he's going to bust open an explosive play somewhere, and here it is in the return game. Really well done. Way back on their own 20, that fake handoff that you mentioned with Lawrence Woods, and they were patient about it. They didn't cheap out on that. They sold it the whole way. And what that speed around the edge, it was Boris Beatty who made the final play. And here you go. You got 17 points to go. That's a big play to start the second half.
Exactly what the Tiger Cats needed. Jeff Reinbold, couple of big calls in this game. An onside punt in that opening half led to the Tiger Cats' first points. Handoff goes to James Butler. You know he's going to be motivated in this second half after having only 8 yards on 6 carries in the opening half, but he'll get a couple of yards on that run.
Okay. 2nd and 8 here. You want to make the most out of that huge return. You've got a field goal in hand already. You're down on the 25-yard line. What do you run here on this 2nd and 8? I think you've got to get somebody behind that linebacking core and settle into one of those zones there. Duke Williams and Tim White lined up to the right side. Let's see what Taylor Powell's got.
Ball's on the Argos 25. As Luke mentioned, 8 yards to go for the first down. Some time for Taylor Powell. Takes a couple of running steps forward and throws. It's low. Keandre Smith dove but could not make the catch.
Well, they tried Tim White out to the flat to the right. Duke Williams taking off the top, and it's Keandre Smith there wrapping at that 10-yard depth. You know, I think Taylor Powell, he wants to make those throws downfield. He's keeping his eyes there well. I think there's some opportunity for him to take off and run on some of these pass plays that break down.
A 32-yard attempt for Mark Leggio is good. Leggio still perfect as a Tiger Cat. He's hit all 14 field goals he's attempted, and that big points for the Tiger Cats all started from Tyreek McAllister's 71 yards on the opening kickoff, but it turns it into a 14-point game and a 2-possession game. So the Tiger Cats are within striking distance if they can stop this Argos offense. Tyreek McAllister, we knew he was going to get something done. Still haven't seen a catch from Tim White in this game. Maybe saving it. He was the one who caught that first pass from Taylor Powell in his CFL career. Powell's first pass last week was a touchdown. 20-6, Argos lead. Very early second half, Argos empty backfield. Chad Kelly, he had a big first half and looks good early on here in the second half. Completes the pass to Curly Gittens Jr. and he'll be close to the Argo 50. That's what they need for the first down.
Yep. Wide receiver screen to the left there to Curly Gittens Jr. kind of looping back in. Simone Lawrence and Jameer Thurman in on the tackle. Big 2nd and 3 for the Ticat defense.
Couple of minutes into the second half. Tiger Cats have a field goal. Argos trying to keep their drive going, and it's a handoff to Andrew Harris. And he was stopped and kept his feet moving and got those couple of yards for the first down. He is so difficult to bring down. Both of these running backs for the Argos are tough runners.
These 2 field goals, one before the half and one just after the big return there. Got 6 points and you turned it into a 2-point game. So much work to do though, and you can't let Chad Kelly keep putting touchdowns on the board.
Argos way over 50% on second downs. They get another one there from their own 50. Kelly throws into traffic, completes the pass. Stavros Katsantonis throws the hit. Cam Phillips makes the catch. It was a big hit by Stavros Katsantonis, brought to you by my insurance broker. Argos get the first down, though. They're in Hamilton territory, Luke.
Cam Phillips up to that 10, 12-yard depth. Wraps behind Chris Edwards, and, man, really impressive throw. Sitting right in the middle of what was 5 Ticats in the secondary. Just good timing and good space from the Argo offense.
Kelly, 268 yards passing. They're on the Hamilton 47. A.J. Ouellette runs to the right, and he breaks through. He's across the 30. He's got a head of steam. Katsantonis trying to bring him down. He's on his back. And Jameer Thurman, the middle linebacker, has to help out, but not before Ouellette takes it down to the Hamilton 11-yard line.
Man, you see a throw like we just saw 2 plays ago with just perfect flight, perfect timing, and then a run like that. And it really is a good Argonaut team. They have got so many weapons, and when they put them all together, it's pretty impressive to see.
36-yard run from A.J. Ouellette. First and 10 from the 11-yard line. Argos lead 22-6. Chad Kelly, he's got his feet moving, has to backpedal. Jameer Thurman was there, he lofts it up. And Richard Leonard was closing in on it. Curly Gittens Jr. was the intended receiver, and I'd have to see this again, Luke, but he might have batted that down to prevent Richard Leonard from intercepting it, and he would have had a lot of open field, probably would have had a touchdown.
Well, that is the throw that you have to make Chad Kelly pay for. Richard Leonard could have had a 100-yard interception return. You have to take advantage of those ones.
Second and 10 now from the Hamilton 11. Chad Kelly wants to throw again. Stays in the pocket, but now he's flushed out, runs to his left. He's going to keep this football. He is tackled by Jameer Thurman, short of the end zone. See where they spot it. Looks like it'll be around the 5-yard line. That'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, let's see here. You're probably going to get a Boris Beatty field goal if you're the Argonauts. Move this back to that 17-point lead, but Chad Kelly's staying on the field for a 3rd and 4. That's a confident offense and a confident head coach.
Well, let's see if they're trying to draw the Ticats offside here. 3rd and 4 for the Argos. The offense is on the field. They lead 20-6. Are they going for it here? Chad Kelly. They all ran up to the line. The waggle happened. The Tiger Cats didn't bite. And they will
take the penalty.
Take the penalty. So they were trying.
Violation, Toronto number 12. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, they were trying to draw the Tiger Cats offside. Didn't happen.
Yeah, good call there, RJ. And the interesting thing in the CFL, when you're up so close to the goal line, the field goal actually gets a little weird. You know,
Tyler,
you got a
please put 9:35 on the clock, please.
You got a strange angle actually because you're so close to the upright that this 5 yards certainly doesn't hurt. It actually may be a net positive for Boris Beatty.
And they would know Boris Beatty and what he prefers. All kickers have their distances that they're comfortable with, so this will end up being a 17-yard attempt for Boris Beatty. And that little chip shot is good. So the two teams exchange field goals to start the second half, and the Argos remain up by 17 points. It's 23-26. Toronto leads at Tim Hortons Field. 9:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Beautiful evening in Hamilton at Tim Hortons Field. It's in the mid-20s. Not a lot of wind. Tiger Cats are into it right now to begin this 3rd quarter. Taylor Powell, the quarterback for the Tiger Cats, the rookie in his first start. He's back to pass. Argos have some pressure on him. He wants to run, and he gets squashed. A big tackle by the Argos and Jared Brinkman.
Yeah, that's a good rush there. Ticats had big protection in there and unable to hold off that rush. Taylor Powell looked like he was about to take off, and there was no room for him.
Here's a big key in this football game, Luke. The second down conversions. Tiger Cats just at 25% on 2nd down, converting them into first downs. The Argos almost 54%. So their offense has been much more successful. Tiger Cats need to do it here. 2nd and 10 from their own 40. 4 receivers to the left. That's the field side. Taylor Powell looks that direction. 2 Argos had hands on Taylor Powell, and they finally do bring him down. Flo Ormalade got that number 0 jersey of Taylor Powell and stopped him from making a throw, brought him down. It's a loss of 3, and the Tiger Cats have to punt.
And back-to-back sacks there. Taylor Powell nowhere to go. Tough on 2nd down when you're, looking at 10 yards each time, right?
Bailey Flynn, another nice high punt. Javon Leak gets it at his own 25, runs to his left immediately. Now he goes back to his right. He's spinning around, bouncing around, and ends up just past the 35-yard line, maybe the 36 or 37, and that's where the Argos will begin their drive.
I just love watching Cartel Flowers Lloyd. on special teams. Tunde Adeleke comes down, and it's a big bang-bang. Tunde with a hit, Carthel Flowers Lloyd right there, just an exciting player on this Ticats units.
He's been fun to watch. 23-6, Argos lead. 7:53 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, celebrating Canadian Armed Forces. Tonight at Tim Hortons Field had a great flyover by a CH-147F Chinook. Captain Scott Blunt's 450 Squadron out of Petawawa. Impressive to see the big Chinooks go over. The Argos, very good football game from the only undefeated team remaining in the CFL. They're trying to go to 5-0, and they have a lead. 23-6, 17-point lead. The offense is back on the field. Chad Kelly hands it off to A.J. Olat, and somehow he stays on his feet. Might have squeezed a yard out of that, but he was hit immediately, kept on moving, and it won't be much of a gain, but he just, again, an exclamation point on how tough he is to bring down.
Yeah, he is. Chris Edwards and Mo Diallo on the tackle there. Okay, 2nd and 10. Great job there. Now get this Argonaut offense off the field. They have done a very good job on the times they have been put in 2nd and 10, meaning this Argo offense has.
Argos on their own 36 under the lights at Tim Hortons Field, and there was a lot of movement before that ball was snapped. Chris Edwards was Simone Lawrence was the Ticat, but was he lured offside? Ben Major, the referee tonight, he'll let us know.
Offside, Hamilton number 44. It's a 5-yard penalty. We're going to replay 2nd down.
Well, saw Simone on that far side, but in the interior, Casey Sales was the first to move.
Yeah, it just is tough. You did the work to put this opposing offense into a 2nd and 10. Now they've got a 2nd and 5 there. That's 8 penalties for 55 yards, Hamilton. Toronto has 3 for 30.
7 minutes to go, third quarter. 2nd and 5 here for the Argos. Chad Kelly throws to Olat, and he's hit immediately. Chris Edwards. It's a good tackle, one-on-one against the big Argos back.
Boy, Chris Edwards is fired up there after making that tackle in the open field.
Former Argo.
Yeah, pretty emotional out there. Tackle for a loss, well done. Forcing this Argonaut punt unit on the field. And a chance for McAllister to get the ball back in his hand.
Yes, had the big 71-yard kickoff return, set up a field goal on the Tiger Cats' first possession of this second half. 17-point lead for the Argos. Tyreek McAllister. We are used to at least one big play. Maybe he's got another one in him in this game. Haggerty, this time a high punt. A good one, too. That pushes McAllister back inside his 15, and he gets to the 20, and the Argos are able to slow him down, track him down, and bring him down at the 20 or 21-yard line. We'll take a break. Argos continue to lead by 17 points with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Under the lights, Tim Hortons Field. 2 rivals going at it. Ticats and the Argos, second meeting of the year. Argos won the first meeting, and they're ahead here at Tim Hortons Field. 23-6, Argos lead. Tiger Cats offense on the field beginning this drive from their own 21. Last 3 drives for the Ticats offense, they've managed 4 yards. Have to get something going here. Taylor Powell, sidearm, completes it to Duke Williams, makes an open field move, gets across the 30, and then he is tripped up. Duke Williams with a great run. Perfect move in the open field, and the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down.
Yeah, great play there, and Duke Williams breaking a tackle. Terry Godwin from the right side also looked great on a dig route there. Got to open this up. They're moving quick here again.
14-yard gain. Tiger Cats offense needed that. Now they're up to their own 34. James Butler right beside Taylor Powell. Play action. It's a completed pass to Tyreek McAllister, but it's behind the line of scrimmage, and he is tackled immediately for a loss by Brandon Barlow, the second-year player out of Boston College.
Yeah, tried a quick little throw to the left there. Like you said, the reception was behind the line of scrimmage, and long time for those receivers to hold blocks out there.
Darius Pickett also right there for the Argos. So now it's 2nd and 12. That pushes the Ticats back a couple of yards. They're now on their 32, trailing by 17 points. And we're getting to the latter stages of the third quarter. 4 receivers to the field side. That's the right of Taylor Powell, but he can't get the ball away. And he tries to scramble ahead. He is sacked. There is a flag at that far sideline.
It may be a holding on Hamilton. It could also be on this tackle on Powell here. We'll see.
Powell's pointing at the Argos. Ben Major, the referee, looks like he's set with the call.
Major foul, face mask, number 91. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's an automatic first down for Hamilton.
Jared Brinkman, the culprit for the Argos, and that changes the field position and keeps this drive going for the Tiger Cats.
Nice. I thought it was maybe a late hit on Powell, but no, there's some hands up in his face mask by the first man in. Hey, take it how you can get it. First down.
Tiger Cats move up to their own 47. They need points. They're down by 17. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Taylor Powell. He's flanked by Tyreek McAllister and James Butler. McAllister gets the handoff, goes straight up the middle. Butler was the decoy. He was a blocker, and McAllister is very close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it.
Really fast to the line of scrimmage. When McAllister gets his handoff, he's already up there, right up the middle. Great job by that front five. They've had their challenge today as well with this aggressive front four from Toronto.
That's the longest run tonight for the Tiger Cats, and it's good enough for a first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross, the Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Couple of big plays by Tyreek McAllister in this second half. Powell passing, completing that pass, and it's Terry Godwin. Cut it over the middle. Now he's in a sea of Argos, trying to make something happen. Pretty good yards after the catch. He gets down to the 40. It's another first down presented by Active Green and Ross. Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Well, the ball ended up out of Terry Godwin's hands, but they called him down, or at least his momentum had been stopped. I like how he catches that ball. He makes one guy miss and gives up ground to avoid a tackle, but then eventually he puts his foot in the ground and gets north. Another great first down on a first down.
Godwin's second catch of the game. Now the Tiger Cats are on the Argos 39-yard line, thinking about more points. They have the win with them. Here's a pitch to Tim White. They finally get it in his hands, and now he's making Argos miss. Spin move in the backfield, and he'll get across the 40. Won't wind up being much of a gain, maybe a yard or two. But finally, Tim White gets the football.
Well, on the previous 3 drives, they had a total of 4 yards offensively, the Ticats did, and now they've got multiple first downs. They took advantage of that penalty that kept this drive alive from Toronto.
Coming into this drive, Tiger Cats had 9 drives with 6 2-and-outs. They're moving the ball nicely here. A penalty by the Argos help. 4 receivers to the boundary side for the Tiger Cats. That's not where Taylor Powell goes. Throws to his right. James Butler makes one man miss, and then he drags another one with him. As he gets across the 25-yard line, it's another first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Well, that was more than breaking a tackle. Quantez Stigers, the field corner for the Argonauts out there, and he that was such a good move. He didn't touch James Butler in the open field there. Really, really great job, and another first down there.
Playing tag.
That's
James
right.
Butler told me. That's how he does it. Playing tag. He never wanted to be it.
That would have worked in tag. He didn't even get touched.
Not even close. Now up to the Argos 28. Taylor Powell looking to pass, throws it in the air, and Terry Godwin and Taylor Powell were not on the same page. Ball goes incomplete.
Boy, the Ticats have had a bad case of this where they get into scoring territory and their drive stalls. This has been an impressive string of first downs here. Now you got the 2nd and 10. Can you overcome this 2nd and 10? You know, I mean, RJ, it's a 17-point game. There's still a lot of time left. A touchdown here makes a big, big difference.
Huge difference. Got to put it in the end zone. Minute to go in the third quarter. Down by 17. Ball's on the Argos 28. 2nd and 10 here. Powell, he throws it. He completes it to Keandre Smith. And he'll be short of the 20. Needed to get down to the 18-yard line. Looks like they'll spot him at the 21. That's 3 yards.
Well, if you get your field goal here, it goes to a 14-point game. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out here. You've got 30 seconds left in the third quarter. You know, I mean, we saw a different decision earlier, but shoot, maybe you are having some success here offensively. Get this first down and go for it.
3 yards, or are they trying to draw the Argos offside? Let's see. Ticats need points. Fourth quarter is coming up. They're going to go for it. 3rd and 3. Taylor Powell completes it to James Butler along this near sideline. He's got the first down and more. Down near the Argos 5. Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross. First down and a gutsy 3rd down gamble with 3 yards to go, and they're successful.
What a great play. Great throw. It looks so easy. That is a really difficult throw and catch there. And James Butler, man, he's making a difference.
The run wasn't great for James Butler in that opening half, but he's catching the ball a lot. So down to the 6. Here's James Butler, spins at the 5. And the Argos are able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be down near the 2-yard line.
This came in late, this flag.
A late flag. That's the end of the third quarter. Officials are meeting on this flag. See if Ben Major will give us this call. Oh, I heard somebody say, is there another play?
After the play, we have a misconduct. Hamilton, number 57. This is a 15-yard penalty that's going to be applied on the first play of the fourth quarter, and it's going to be 2nd down for Hamilton.
That is not like Brandon Revenberg. So the Tiger Cats will be pushed back a bit, and we'll let you know where the ball is. Fourth quarter is coming up. Tiger Cats, they need points. Looks like they'll get some when we return. After 3 quarters, it's 23-6, Argos lead. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Through 3 quarters at Tim Hortons Field, it's a 23-6 lead for the Toronto Argonauts, and the Tiger Cats, after a penalty, they're pushed back to the Argos 17. So it'll be 2nd down, but the Ticats need points. They need a touchdown, and maybe this will help. The Oski Wee Wee here with Pigskin Pete.
There we go.
The dance team doing their thing, getting the sold-out crowd at Tim Hortons Field fired up.
Kevin Glenn was out there before the game doing the Oski Wee Wee, the alumnus of distinction. RJ, this is tough, man. They've had a lot of struggles in the score zone through the early part of the season. 2nd and 17 and a half is not an easy situation here. Didn't get a great look there. Brandon Revenberg really just finishing the play, you know, and that's, like you said, it's not characteristic of him, but that's a tough, that's a really costly error, whether you intended it or not. It's just unfortunate for this offense.
Tiger Cats in the red zone so far tonight, 0 for 2. They're scoring 2 Mark Leggio field goals. Let's see what Taylor Powell can do.
Wow, pressed up man coverage across the board here from the Argonauts.
Powell, couple of steps back, throws for the end zone. Duke Williams jumps up, but it's knocked out of the air. It's a brilliant defensive play by the Argos and Quantez Stiggers. You could see the ball coming to Duke Williams, and Stiggers caught up to it and knocked it away.
Man, it really looked good. Only thing you could say is if Duke Williams could go and have attacked the ball a little bit more, but he's in the middle of his fade route, and it's not easy to do. Boy, that was really close to being a miraculous 2nd and 17.
Stiggers didn't have a second to spare. He got there right in time and prevents a touchdown. Mark Leggio steps up for a 25-yard field goal attempt, and Leggio continues to rack up points. He's 3 for 3 in this game. 15 for 15 as a Tiger Cat. He has been excellent. And now the Tiger Cats trailing 23-9.
Okay, comes back to your defense. You got to play complementary football here. Chad Kelly has the wind at his back, although it has died down a little bit as the game progressed. Boy, the CFL, you start on the 40-yard line, and they've changed this last season. After a field goal, if you elect offense, that's a long ways up there. It still surprises me.
It is, yes. Handoff, A.J. Ouellette running to his right, and he's brought down, maybe got a yard. Casey Sales in on that tackle. Kyle Wilson also out there. They're going to say no gain. So 2nd and 10 here. Ball remains on the 40-yard line. This defense has been very solid. It's been a good football game. Argo's couple of more big plays, and that's been the difference. Tiger Cats need to turn some of those field goals into touchdowns. 2nd and 10. Chad Kelly gets the snap, looks to his right, throws to his right, and it's incomplete. Tavares Daniels, the intended receiver. Javian Elliott, good coverage, no flags, and it's a 2-and-out for the Argos.
Wow, great job by this defense. That was a huge first down stop, and actually very close to being a reception there. Tavares Daniels just runs up to the 10-yard marker and just does an option route. Really had a good chance at making that catch. Javian Elliott right there, but that missed throw there is going to give this Ticat offense a chance with a 14-point deficit.
And the explosive Tyreek McAllister standing on his own 15-yard line. John Haggerty, the punter for the Argos, takes his time, gets the ball away, tries to kick it away from McAllister, gets it toward this near sideline. Outside the numbers, McAllister, he'll get across the 25, short of the 30. There is a flag on the play. We'll sort out that flag when we come back. Tiger Cats offense back on the field, down by 14 with 12:54 to go in the football game. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. We appreciate our listeners on the Ticats Audio Network. Want to say hello to a few of them. Derek Racy in Niagara Falls, and Matt and Jake here at Tim Hortons Field enjoying this one. If you want to get a shout out, email gameday@ticats.ca. Let us know where you're listening from. We always like to find out, and over the past couple of years, we've had some interesting spots all over the world where people are listening to the Ticats and big Ticats fans. This is a big test tonight against the undefeated Argos. But they're hanging in there. The rookie quarterback, Taylor Powell. It's a 23-9 game. It's a 2-score game, 14 points. Tiger Cats trail. They've got some momentum here. Starting from their own 10-yard line. Powell throws near sideline. Terry Godwin. He had to run back to make the catch, but he did. And he's just short of the 35. It's a nice throw by Powell and a big gain for the Tiger Cats. A first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Wow, really impressive. Powell was hemmed up in his pocket, couldn't escape, and then got his eyes back downfield. It's kind of unusual. And Terry Godwin, great job staying alive deep late into the play.
Good pass by Powell to get away from the shadows of their goalposts. 22-yard gain. Fake handoff to James Butler, and then Felix Gautier. I think he made the catch. Looked like he was down already. He had fallen, made the catch.
I think it might have touched the turf, but he was setting up for a screen, and you're right, he was tangled up. He ended up on the ground before the ball came to him. 2nd and 10 here.
It did hit the ground, but he tried to make that catch.
Yeah.
Ball's on the Hamilton 32. Tiger Cats, they're down by 14 points. They've got to convert this second down. In the fourth quarter now, under 12 minutes to go. 4 receivers to the right of Taylor Powell. He looks that direction and he throws. And Keandre Smith can't make the catch, and he's frustrated. Pounds the turf with his 2 hands. And the Tiger Cats have to punt.
Yeah. Well, you got 14 points, and that was a second down there. I mean, you just can't live with drops. Got to take advantage of every opportunity you've got.
Bailey Flint, he is really punted well. Inside the 30, Javon Leak. He takes a hard hit from Tunde Adeleke, who's back after injury. Not only playing field half, but playing on special teams. Leak tried to jump over him, and Tunde was having none of that. So the Argos will start from their own 34.
Well, good job by that Ticat offense to dig themselves out. There was a penalty on their return. They started that drive backed up. Big throw to Terry Godwin, and then the punt. Can you go a back-to-back 2 and out here for the Argonaut offense? Can this Ticat defense do that and put this ball back into Taylor Powell's hands as quickly as possible?
Chad Kelly has not thrown back-to-back incompletions in this game.
The only Chad Kelly mistake that I can think back to is that errant throw down in the scoring territory where Richard Leonard was very, very close to having a great chance on it. But man, Chad Kelly is really, he's playing well, operating his offense, not making mistakes, taking advantage of big plays when they have them.
Well, let's see what's happening here. The officials are meeting right near the Argos 50. Ben Major, the referee, is going to tell us.
Too many men on the field. It's a 10-yard penalty, makes it a first down for Hamilton.
Wow. So Argos with too many men, and Hamilton keeps the football.
Wow, look at that. The previous drive, they got the field goal. That was kept alive by an Argonaut penalty early on in that drive. And here you have Hamilton resurrecting their drive due to another Argo penalty.
So Hamilton really lined up fast for that punt. I was thinking when it happened, and the Argos couldn't get to the sideline in time. So there's Jeff Reinbold again.
That's right. Same punt crew operating quickly this time to cause Toronto to make that error.
That's the third big special teams call and successful call that the Tiger Cats have had. So from their own 42, Taylor Powell, a long throw to the near sideline, completes it to Terry Godwin, and he got up and started running. Didn't think he was touched yet.
Terry Godwin, I'm impressed. I mean, he is a really pure route runner, has a great ability to feel space and to understand how his route appears to the quarterback. We call it quarterback friendliness in his routes, and he and Powell have a great connection here.
Got 10 yards for the first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Just under 11 minutes to go in the football game. Argos lead by 14. Empty backfield, 4 receivers to the right for Taylor Powell. That's the field side. He completes the pass. It was caught by Richie Sindani. He turned, he was hit immediately and hung on to the football. The veteran Sindani gets 5 or 6, but that ball protection was key.
It was, and man, that 6 yards is huge. It looks like kind of an ineffective play, right? Like it's shut down quickly. Man, 2nd and 4. Those short passing plays are crucial in the CFL.
Ball's on the Argos 52. Taylor Powell again with an empty backfield. A rookie in his first CFL start, throwing down that far sideline, and Tim White was the intended receiver. Jamal Peters slipped and fell. White could not make the catch.
Boy, it's a good thing Jamal Peters slipped and fell. That looks like an errant throw to me, maybe, and what might have been an interception. Ticats, look at this punt team getting out and set again.
Yeah, the Argos got off in time this time. Tim White doesn't have a catch tonight. That's surprising. Flint, his punt goes out of bounds at the 9. That's a great punt by Bailey Flint.
Great punt.
That'll hem the Argos deep. There's 10 minutes and 1 second to go in this football game. Tiger Cats defense coming out. They need a stop. Argos will start from their own 9. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Lots of support for the Tiger Cats, celebrating the Canadian Armed Forces at Tim Hortons Field. This is going to be an interesting finish. Under 10 minutes to go in the football game. Argos lead 23-9, starting from their own 9. Chad Kelly, low pass. Curly Gittins Jr. looks like he maybe made the catch, but there is a flag.
Well, Jonathan Kongbo was running onto the field really, really late, got all the way out to the defensive center, and then realized he shouldn't be there and started sprinting off. and it's too many men on the field. Really, and after coming out of a commercial
break, right?
Very simple miscommunication that you can't afford. Bizarre. I mean, it looked really weird. You know, what I think was going on is he was trying to get, I don't know if it was Trey Crawford.
Hamilton had too many players on the last play. It's a 10-yard penalty. It's a first down for Toronto.
Can't have it. He was trying to get Trey Crawford's attention, and as he was coming onto the field, he couldn't, and realized it was too late, and he had to get off, and couldn't do that either. I mean, out of a commercial, you got to avoid that.
Yeah, lots of time to decide the personnel. Just over 9.5 to go. That gives the Argos a first down and moves them away from their goal line. They're up to their 19. Chad Kelly, hard pass, a little bit behind Cam Phillips, but he turns and makes the catch. He's a big receiver, Katsantonis. He wrangled up the legs of Phillips, brought him down. The ball came loose, but he was already down. Gain of 5.
Funny, I mean, you know, Toronto just got penalized for that too many men on the field in the punt a couple minutes ago, and then Hamilton suffers the same penalty. We talked about in the break, RJ, it is tough when you're so far away from your sidelines. You know, the ball's back in Toronto's end. Hard to make those substitutions quickly.
Katsantonis, the leading tackler for the Ticats tonight. That was his 6th. 2nd and 5 here for the Argos. Chad Kelly throwing near sideline. It's a high pass. Jumping up was Coxie, and he couldn't make the catch. It's incomplete, and the Tiger Cats are getting the football back. And should be pretty good field position, too.
Man, there is still so much time left. 8:48 on the clock. You're going to get a chance to field this ball. McAllister somewhere around your own 30. Can you take a big chunk out of this yardage right here on this return? It's a 14-point game.
Just under 9 minutes to go. Argos had a 20-3 lead at the half. They played a very solid opening half. Tiger Cats have stayed right there. They need to get some touchdowns. Tyreek McAllister has to run a long way to his left. The ball bounces, gets it at his 30, makes one man miss. He's across the 40, the 45, and forced out of bounds. So, Tyreek McAllister, 15 yards on that return. Punt was 56 yards, and the Tiger Cats will start from about their 45 when we come back. Argos lead by 14. There's 8:22 to go in the football game. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Back to Tim Hortons Field. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker, the alumnus of distinction. The great Kevin Glenn just stopped by to say hello to Luke Tasker.
What a great one,
myself. Man. Yes. A lot of great alumni for the Tiger Cats. Let's see what the rookie can do. Taylor Powell throws to his right, completes the pass on that far sideline, completes it to Keandre Smith. It is a first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling, and they're in Argos territory on the Argos 51.
Great job, man. Keandre Smith running down the field. The play kind of starts to break down, and he gets back down the sidelines to get in that quarterback-friendly spot for Taylor Powell.
Under 8 minutes to go. The clock not helping the Tiger Cats. They need to get this ball in the end zone. Another open receiver diving to make the catch is Terry Godwin. He's down at the Argos 35. It's another first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Terry Godwin, man, really impressed with his route running, coming back to the ball, securing the catch. Great job. Taylor Powell getting a little comfortable here.
Really good catch. We just saw a replay of it, and it was a low pass. Godwin, beautiful. Empty backfield. Powell under pressure. He throws, and Robbie Smith knocked it down and almost knocked it down to himself. Incomplete.
We'll see 2nd and 10 here, and this is where Ticats have started to see some drives stall. Can you break through this barrier and move the chains again and get yourself down into this comfortable scoring zone? You got 7 minutes and 12 seconds. RJ, it's crazy. I mean, a touchdown on this drive, you are back in this. The defense has played well in this second half.
Terry Godwin, 5 catches in the game for 83 yards. All of his catches have been for over 10 yards. Under 7 minutes to go now. Taylor Powell looks to his right, now to his left. He's going to run, and he's going to keep it this time. He slides right near the 25. He needed to get to the 26. Let's see where they spot this football. Taylor Powell knew where he had to get to for the first down. And they're going to say he is just short.
Okay, good slide. That's a good spot for the Ticats. Taylor Powell kind of signaling like he thinks he got a little shot to the head, and they are throwing a flag here. This is very late.
Yes. Seeing a replay, Taylor Powell's helmet was almost pulled right off his
Major
head.
Foul, roughing the passer. Toronto 48.
So
we're going to go up half the distance, from the end of the play. Automatic first down for Hamilton.
What a huge score.
Winton McManus the Argo took that penalty.
I think that this came in from the booth. I think that this got called down from above because it was hard to see live, but as you watch it slow, Taylor Powell ends that play with his chin strap up on his nose. Good catch.
Things not so comfortable for the Argos now. Tiger Cats have moved up to the Argos 14-yard line. Down by 14 points. Tiger Cats have 3 field goals. They need a touchdown. Cut this lead in half. Taylor Powell going through the call, 4 receivers to his left, looks that direction, pump fake, now he's under pressure and has to scramble. There's a flag that flies, a few of them, and Taylor Powell running left, throws the ball away, and this looks like it's going to be on the Tiger Cats, at least that's what one official indicated.
Hamilton, number 62. It's a 10-yard penalty. We're going to replay first down.
Tyrone Riley takes the penalty. 12th penalty tonight for Hamilton.
And it's more than that. I think that's the 3rd penalty in the scoring territory. And on the offensive line, we can think of the obvious 2 that have just happened in this quarter, but man, that one takes this back, and it is a 1st and 20 now. This is going to require a big throw from Taylor Powell.
Tiger Cats really need to make this a 1-score game. Luke, empty backfield. Taylor Powell stays in the pocket, completes it to Terry Godwin, and he catches it at the 17, spins across the 15, dives down near the 13.
Beautiful. Whenever you're in 1st and long, your goal is to get half. You got to get half. You can take care of that second half on your second down. Terry Godwin gets a little bit extra than that. 11-yard gain, makes a man miss. I love the way that he's been catching the football, getting in phase with Taylor Powell, and making the most of his yards after catch.
Godwin, 94 yards, closing in on his first 100-yard receiving game as a Tiger Cat. All of his catches have been for over 10 yards. Taylor Powell might look that direction again. He's under pressure, has to runs to his right. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Tiger Cats! Taylor Powell, his first CFL touchdown. And the Tiger Cats have turned this into a 1-possession game.
1st down and 20, RJ. Back themselves up. Costly mistake. We've seen that before. And they overcome it this time. They don't let the penalty kill the drive. Great throw on that 1st down, and then 2nd and 9, and Taylor Powell sees it and knows that he's got it. Takes his run off the right edge and puts it in the end zone. What a great drive by that Ticat offense.
Powell's got all the tools. He can run, he can throw, he's smart, he's patient. The rookie quarterback getting more and more comfortable as this game goes on. That Ticats touchdown presented by Terkstra Lumber.
Leggio's perfect on field goals. He did have a missed extra point, though, and this is a big one. This would make it the 7-point game right here.
Yeah, the converts from 32 yards are far from automatic. Leggio has missed it. Luke, he's missed it. Missed it left.
Just what I'm talking about. You got another self-imposed adversity there. Still a 1-point game, but you've got
possession.
Yes, one possession game, 1-score game. But now you've got you have a 2-point conversion staring you down in the future here. 4 minutes left. Really great job by this Ticat offense. Boy, this defense has had one unbelievable second half. Can you get Chad Kelly off the field again?
The Argos offense really dominated that first half. They had 14 first downs compared to Hamilton's 6. It's been almost the reverse in the second half. Tiger Cats have 13 first downs. The Argos have managed only 4. So this Ticats defense has really stepped up in the second half, given the offense lots of time with the football. And it is an 8-point game. An 8-point lead for the Argos. 23-15, and there's 4:41 to go. Lots of time. Mark Leggio kicks it off. Javon Leak glides up to the football, gets it at his 20. He's across the 30 to 35, and he takes a hard hit by Kyle Wilson.
Hard hit. You could hear the stadium react to that one. It was a nice physical tackle. Those big collisions in the kickoff. Kyle Wilson's one of those guys. He's a little scary out there.
That big hit brought to you by my insurance broker. It was interesting at the start of the game. Kyle Wilson was the only Tiger Cat standing right at center field, just looking over at the Argos side. So that's maybe an indication that he can be an intimidating fellow. Argos start from their own 37. And lots of movement. Chad Kelly, he throws deep, wide open receiver. Tavares Daniels makes the catch down at the Hamilton 40. He was wide open.
Yeah, I got to take another look at this. Something happened. He got totally dropped there in a better placed throw. This had been a touchdown.
So Richard Leonard had been at field corner. Lawrence Woods was there. Winds up a 35-yard gain, and here's A.J. Ouellette. He's barreling through. He's got a big gain. He's across the 20, the 15, inside the Hamilton 15. Another first down for the Argos. They haven't had much going offensively in the second half, but late as we get close to the 3-minute warning, they got it rolling now.
Man, A.J. Ouellette, so hard to take. That's an extra 10 yards there after contact. Unbelievable catch 2 plays ago for that explosive gain, Tavares Daniels.
Chad Kelly over 300 yards passing in this game. Just over 3 minutes to go in the football game. We're close to the 3-minute warning. The ball's on the Hamilton 13. And the whistles go before the ball was snapped.
Timeout was called before the snap, by Hamilton.
And probably a good thing. It looked like Tavares Daniels was open, wide open on that field side.
Yeah,
Kelly actually threw it to him after the whistle had gone.
Game clock back
there was
to
no Tiger Cat over there.
3:09.
Yeah, they're just going to give it to him in space very quickly. Another just explosive play that just ignites Toronto Argonauts here, just like we saw in the first drive of the game with them. Big play downfield and then quickly getting into the end zone. That was a big play downfield. A.J. Ouellette with the big gain, and see if this Ticat defense can make the stop.
Tiger Cats worked hard to get this one-possession game, and now the Argos trying to answer. A.J. Ouellette, he hit that line with a ton of speed, and the Tiger Cats stood their ground. Casey Sales, Simone Lawrence, Jameer Thurman, all right there. Big Mo Diallo, too.
Simone Lawrence made that big impact that you could probably hear, and man, coming up, and that's 2 big guys, A.J. Ouellette and Simone Lawrence.
We're at the 3-minute warning. The ball is on the Hamilton 10. Tiger Cats trailing by 8. An exciting finish here at Tim Hortons Field. Stick around. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Thanks for listening on the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. The Tiger Cats trailed big at the half. They've come back in this second half. Taylor Powell looks more confident as this game has gone on. Pretty impressive first start against a very, very tough team. But the Argos are in a good spot here. They're up by 8 points. They're on the Hamilton 10. It's 2nd and 7. Chad Kelly, empty backfield. He's going to keep this football. Dives ahead. He doesn't have enough to get into the end zone, but it looks like he's got a first down at the 2, so it'll be 1st and goal from the Hamilton 2.
Yep, they're going to send a heavy package into the game here. Chad Kelly coming off the field.
Katsantonis there again to make the tackle. The rushing game tonight, big advantage Argos. They have 107 yards on the ground. Hamilton just 48. First and goal from the 2. Big bodies out there. Hamilton all lined up on their goal line. They dig in, and Cameron Dukes, the backup quarterback, he's not going to get in. Jameer Thurman right there. Tiger Cats keep pushing him back. They get one stop.
One stop, 2 more to go. You know, they're going to keep on eating the clock up here. Once they set this football, it'll go again. Oh, Chad Kelly coming back into the game now.
Yep.
Maybe they lost some yardage there.
Well, Chad Kelly's had success against the Tiger Cats on short yardage. Ball's on the 1. Second and goal.
Timer. Please put 2:25 on the game clock.
So that's
2
adding.
minutes 25 on the game clock, please.
That's adding 2 seconds. That could be a factor. We'll see. Argos huddling. Tiger Cats digging in. 8-point lead for Toronto. They're on the Hamilton 1. It's second and goal. Chad Kelly under center. Tiger Cats in their black and gold. They get over. Kelly dives ahead. A second effort, he's in. That second effort was enough to get him into the end zone. And it's a touchdown for the Argos. And this hill that the Tiger Cats have been trying to climb just got a little bit steeper. But there's still over 2 minutes. It's possible.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, the Ticat defense did a great job stopping Chad Kelly. You know, it was a really intense first half. Argonaut offense put up a ton of production, and then this second half, the defense had the advantage for the Ticats. Unfortunately, that drive there, as they narrowed it to a 1-score game, Chad Kelly able to push the ball down the field for another score.
And that missed convert is going to make things even more difficult. Let's see if Boris Beatty can hit this one. He's missed one tonight, too. He hits this one. So that puts the Argos up 30-15. A 15-point lead. Doesn't feel like double the points the Tiger Cats have after Tiger Cats were within 1 score.
Yeah, well, that's you know, it's just a great team can answer the call like that, and the Argonauts did it. They had to drive down the field to get that touchdown. They were able to, but Taylor Powell's coming off a very, very impressive drive that culminated in his running for a touchdown. See what McAllister and Lawrence Woods, who are back deep to return the kick, let's see what these guys can do to ignite and give Taylor Powell's offense another chance.
Well, a couple of games last Saturday, you never know. Until there's 0 on the clock, anything can happen.
That's right.
Argos have been so dominant in their 4 games, the closest any team has been 8 points. That was last week against Montreal, an 8-point win for the Argos. They have not lost. 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. Tiger Cats have had some momentum in this second half. Lawrence Woods, along with Tyreek McAllister, are both back for the Tiger Cats. Boris Beatty's kickoff. McAllister floats back to his 1. Up to the 10, the 15, the 20. He's got some blocking. He's up across the 30. He's got an opening across the 40, and it is Boris Beatty who forces McAllister out just short of the 45-yard line. A nice return by Tyreek McAllister, and did not miss breaking that for a score by much.
Yeah, nice up to the 43. Taylor Powell's got 1:55 left. 15-point game. Got to move it down the field pretty efficiently here.
Ball on the Hamilton 43. Taylor Powell looks calm, looks cool. Takes a look over his left shoulder. That's where James Butler is. James Butler will block. Taylor Powell wants to throw. No one's open, and the Argos have got him. They brought down Taylor Powell inside the 40.
Yeah, tough. I mean, it was an okay protection, actually. Powell just got kind of hemmed up in it. He couldn't get back deep enough or outside of it, and unfortunately that play ended with a loss. I think there might have been some concepts developing that looked pretty good down the field. Powell unable to find them.
4-yard loss, 2nd and 14. Hamilton now on their 39. Just over a minute and a half to go. A 15-point lead for the Argos. Tiger Cats have to make something happen. Again, pressure on Powell, but he sidesteps the Argo defender, completes the pass on the far sideline to Keandre Smith, makes one guy miss, and now he'll get up to the Hamilton 50. He had Coulter Woodmansey pushing him from behind, trying to get a few extra yards.
3 down territory, obviously. 3rd and 3, here you go.
Tiger Cats were successful earlier in the game on a 3rd and 3. Just over a minute to go. Tiger Cats battling everything on that scoreboard, the score and the clock. Taylor Powell, his pass, it was tipped, and Terry Godwin couldn't make the catch. It's incomplete, and the Tiger Cats turned the ball over on downs with 1:07 to go.
Well, it was a strange ball, strange situation, because it's floating towards you instead of, it's a regular ball flight. But that catch, not only the first down, would have put Terry Godwin over 100 yards on the night too, and would have kept this drive going here. And after a pretty good game, that's an unfortunate miss there for Terry Godwin.
Kind of like a changeup in baseball. You're expecting it a lot faster.
Exactly.
And it kind of floats in there.
Yep.
Well, the Argos are in control, up by 15 points, 1:07 to go. They have the football on the Hamilton 50. No surprise they keep it on the ground. Andrew Harris gets this carry. He'll get across the 50, but not by much. A couple of yards maybe.
Minute, 2 seconds left on the clock here.
Tiger Cats hopeful to maybe have another chance. Argos will let this clock run as much as they can. 7 seconds. 5-4 on the play clock. Hand off again. Goes to Harris, and he's still trying to make something happen. The Tiger Cats don't let it happen. Simone Lawrence got in front of Harris. A couple of run attempts for the Argos unsuccessful. And they bring out the punt team. 37 seconds on the clock.
Well, if you picked out a handful of Ticats who you'd want to have the ball in their hand, Tyreek McAllister would certainly be one of them, and 37 seconds gets another chance to see what he can do.
Clock is running, 31 seconds, 30, 29. 30-15, the Argos lead. 7 seconds on the play clock. Haggerty gets the snap, and he just kicks it to the open side. This will roll into the end zone, and Tyreek McAllister will quickly take a knee as fast as he can. Try to salvage as much time as possible. So that
moves it to a 16-point game now.
Makes it even a little more difficult. So the Tiger Cats, just to tie, would need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point converts with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we can see some creative decision making here at the last second here.
Taylor Powell gets the snap, runs ahead. He's going to keep the football. He pump fakes. He's got the first down, gets to midfield, wisely slides, and there's 1 second to go. Argos, they don't mind that. They'll let the quarterback run at this point with a comfortable 16-point lead.
Well, they are going to line up for a play here. Don't want to suffer any injury on needless plays at the end of the game here.
Taylor Powell This will be the last play of the football game. Throws, completes the pass to Terry Godwin, and that should get him over 100 yards receiving. But that's the last play of the football game, and the Argonauts have won the first 2 meetings against the Tiger Cats. They win tonight at Tim Hortons Field, 31-15. It was a closer game, or at least felt like a closer game than what the score indicates, as the Tiger Cats late in the fourth quarter were able to get it within 1 score, but the Argos, they're the defending champs. They were able to answer back, get a score of their own, and Toronto is 5-0. Their first 5-0 start since 1960. Time now for the Access Storage recap of the game. Score a touchdown with affordable storage. Access Storage has flexible storage solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. A lot to like from the Tiger Cats in that game. They just came up against a really good football team.
Yeah, you got to remember this. It was 20-0 to start this game off, and Chad Kelly couldn't really be stopped. I mean, he was doing everything right. Strong run game from the Argos, strong pass game. Well, then the Ticats came out in this second half. They had some momentum. At one point, they stole a great onside punt play back and kept that drive alive. They did some things well, and they found a way to slow down Chad Kelly and his offense. So yeah, there is some things to like. They got off to too large a deficit though, and were playing, had so much to catch up throughout this game. Got it back to a 1-possession game. I mean, you have a young quarterback who, after his first, full performance, playing the full game, the summary for me for Taylor Powell is, I can work with that. If I'm Orlando Steinauer or Tommy Condell, I can work with that. That's a young guy who was making a lot of good decisions, leaving it all out there, running when he had to, finding open guys. He ended that game 27-41 for 282. Yeah, had the interception. You'd want that one back, of course. He ran it in for a touchdown. But that's a guy who you can work with, and that's the most encouraging thing because it was the biggest question mark coming into this game. Toronto Argonauts are the team to beat, though, and you're going to have to see him again before long here, and you've got to find a way to start the game quicker and to not let him throw for nearly 250 in the first half alone. I mean, that was just a really impressive start, but yeah, there's some things you can like.
So the Tiger Cats have their 2-game winning streak snapped. We'll hear from Coach O in the postgame. The Argonauts 5-0. They remain the only unbeaten team in the CFL. They beat the Tiger Cats at Tim Hortons Field tonight, 31-15. Tiger Cats postgame with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is coming up next. For Jake Varco, our statistician Jeff Girodat, our operator Michael Steyer, and for Luke Tasker, I'm RJ Broadhead. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Streaming live at listen.ticats.ca. This is the Ticats Audio Network.